I won't bless that guy, that son of a
that son of a that poor son, that poor son, that
son of a bitch.
Hello, everyone. Oh, it's the Pro Crastinators podcast. It's January 4th, 2018.
No, it isn't.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's not. Anyway, welcome to the Pro Crastinators.
I don't know what that was in reference to. I just thought, that's incorrect. I should let him know that he made a mistake.
It was in reference to a specific time in the past. I did a lot of things this week, actually. I have a number of things that happened. Big week. Big week for me.
Do you want to talk first about Twitter exploding a little bit?
I mean, what do you mean?
Well, you know, like the whole everybody thought it was going to die when all of the employees were like locked out of the building because Elon had fired so many people that it included the guy who was in charge of like the doors and the locking security stuff.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, for a brief time, everyone was locked out of the building, and then somebody projected some Elon hate onto the side of the building, and I saw a video of it.
Oh, like video projected?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. No, I missed all this. I'll be honest. Like funny. all the Twitter nonsense has just started to blend together, and I've just kind of not even been paying attention anymore.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I've been more on Twitter now than ever. In part because
now's
it's funny.
The time for it, I guess.
I know. I get. Well, it was really fun because like
now or never.
All of the people I'm following, a lot of them are like, you know, they're doing funny bits. They're making jokes. And they're also getting emotional because it's like all their friends are on Twitter, and if it actually goes, it would be sad. And I'm like, oh shit, you know, it is kind of sad. I mean, my base isn't on Twitter. I grew from YouTube essentially.
Yeah.
So like, I have most of my audience knows me elsewhere anyway. But it is true that I have made some Twitter friends. I'm like, dang, I'm gonna follow them.
Yeah.
But it is sort of like people were describing it as like the end of high school, like the night when people were told that there was like no engineers working on Twitter and everyone was locked out of the building. It's like, well, this is probably it. It wasn't, but it was very fun.
That's very funny. I see. Yeah. Okay. I did notice an uptick in people saying like, this is it. Twitter's really going down. I hadn't really been paying attention. And, you know, I guess it's easy to say in hindsight that it wasn't going to be the end. My expectation is not that Twitter is actually going to, like, just blink off out of existence.
I never
Although I guess
thought
I can see why you would think so if it's like the doors are locked and the headquarters is closed. Yeah,
I mean,
I get that.
That was like what? Huh? Like how? Even then, I didn't think it was going to, like, immediately blink off. Because people who knew about technology, they had a few threads, and I was reading them, and they were saying basically that without the engineers that Elon has fired, and, you know, all of the people that were good at stuff, eventually, if Twitter just continues going, it can work by itself, but as soon as there's a bug, and there's not somebody around to immediately fix it, it'll compound on itself, and then the site will become unusable. And certain vital things will be like your privacy options will be like all fucked up. There's lots of possible things that could go terribly, terribly wrong and ruin everything. So it would have been essentially if any of those things happened. They still could happen because like I don't know what's going on. I mean, he's back in the building now. They've got these. Elon's got his like little ragtag group of people who have agreed to work.
His funny little what do I want to call it? His funny little midlife crisis, LARPing as a little startup company. Like, oh yeah, we'll just get my little team in here and we'll just problem solve. We'll just draw stuff on a whiteboard. Ooh, it'll just like when we were starting PayPal or whatever, guys. We were just just working out of our garage, just like the good old days, right? Right, my like 22-year-old intern. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Musk, sir.
It's kind of sad.
Call me
like,
call me Elon. Call me Elon.
It's kind of sad that like obviously a lot of people left because Elon asked them to work harder, longer hours for the same pay.
Right.
Which is what he called going hardcore in order to get the site working.
Right.
And most people said fuck that and left, and then they got scooped up by other tech companies because they're talented. But some people like have their visas tied to working for Twitter, so they can't leave. Really.
Cringe.
So there's just a few, like 100 people, maybe 1,000. And they're just either they like Elon Musk, Lamau, or they can't really get a better deal anywhere else at the moment.
I'll be perfectly candid. I'm not overly precious about like the jobs of people working at Twitter, because like, you know, why should they be any more secure than it? Why should there be moral outrage over firing people at Twitter as opposed to anyone else? I'm not like, no, you can't fire people that work at Twitter.
I don't see why you would defend anything Elon is doing in any way, though.
Well, no, yeah, I mean, I'm not like that. What I don't understand, it took me aback and it made me feel like I was going crazy when I started seeing the pictures of like Elon Thanos snapping all of the workers at Twitter, and they're all the screaming woman from when Trump got elected, and they're all and I was like, what is it? What does this mean? Like, I genuinely was not aware that like, is the perception that like everyone that works at Twitter is like an SJW feminist or something? Like, what?
I mean, that's definitely the angle that like Elon fans and Elon himself are sort of sticking with, because there's no way that Elon Musk made a mistake.
That comes from. I have no idea where that comes from.
There's no way that Elon Musk made a mistake. It must be because the Twitter staff, the workers, those damn dirty workers, they're just doing a bad job, and this is the reason Twitter is dying.
I don't know.
Elon did them a favor by getting rid of them.
I don't know.
It's just so like brain
did that
damaged.
Stereotype like just pop into existence overnight, or was it already like a thing that like, oh, I mean, I know that there's sort of like the globo homo, like every big tech company is like liberal and donates to Democrats, and they're all in the pocket of George Soros or whatever. Is it just that?
I think it must be. I mean, I don't see that many people doing that. It is the hardcore Elon simps, and it's terrible.
I mean, yeah, that's just when I look at an Elon tweet and you scroll down in the replies, you inevitably see that picture of Elon Thanos snapping away all the SJW feminists, and it's not even. It almost doesn't even make me mad, because it's just so, it doesn't even comment on like a reality that I feel that I exist in or can even like understand. Yeah.
Yeah. It has been a very odd time. I'm thankful that it's still around. I feel like what's going to happen
I would be very sad if Twitter actually died.
Yeah.
Like I would hate it.
Because there really isn't a replacement for it. I have made a Tumblr, Give and Take Art, if you want to check that out. I posted my Clarissa comics. I don't know really what I'm going to do with it. I'm thinking it's just as a backup for my main social media presence, because I don't like any of the other options. But it's not the same as Twitter. You don't get that no. You can't really do replies to people in the same way.
You do reblogs.
Reblogs, and it's like, I just want to speak. I don't want, whatever.
I understand. I've heard, a couple times this week, I heard the notion being tossed around, and this is not a Twitter replacement, but like, people said, like, Ben, you should make clips of your video, you should make like highlight clips and put them on TikTok. Like, maybe the funny moments or like funny bits or interesting bits from like the Mega Man lecture, for instance, and just start posting them on TikTok. And I'm scared to do that, because like I'd be starting a fresh account with no followers, and like I'm genuinely horrified of the prospect of doing that, and then like it doesn't go anywhere, and like I wasted my time. Like, I can't think of a worse feeling than if that happened.
It's I feel like, I mean, there's always a site that's like, oh, people are on this site, you should check it out. And I'm like, but I don't use it. Like, I'm going to be, like, weird. Yeah. I'm going to be, like, not the sort of thing that people want to see, and it's going to take a while, and I'm just like, I don't want to involve myself, even though it's good for, like, marketing or whatever. But marketing sucks.
Yeah. I know. Clips of my videos are not the kind of thing that I think of when I see TikTok content, but, like, I'm sure that, like, other kinds of TikTok stuff, I've never used TikTok. The only time I see TikTok is when a viral TikTok makes its way onto Twitter and I see it there.
Yeah.
So I mean, sure honestly, there's markets for other different kinds of stuff.
Obviously, your Mega Man lecture is about to release today as we're recording.
In about 2 hours, yeah.
Oh my god. But I clicked on the premiere thing and it's got that trailer, that snippet of you just listing all of the Mega Man games, and there's so many of them and they just fill the screen. That could make a TikTok.
How is it? Is it 1 minute? Do TikToks have to be under a minute long, or 3 minutes?
Vine had like a really short time. I don't know what TikTok has.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's probably a short-ish time. But I've seen kind of long TikToks before. I think it could easily fit.
You know, it was Doid Gazer, of all people. It was Doid Gazer that DM'd me and suggested clipping stuff for TikTok, and I thought maybe, and then yesterday I called in to Asterios's show. He was doing a watch along of Kick-Assia, the Channel Awesome movie, and he told me on Twitter you should call in, and I was like, okay, and I did, and he also was like, he wanted to start clipping clips of the Loudest podcast and putting them on TikTok. And I was like, maybe it's not a Twitter replacement. And I'm not sure if I'm interested in like using TikTok like as a consumer. But I mean,
I gave it a try once.
Yeah. I have not. Yeah.
It's one of those like endless, you just scroll down, and if you see something that's slightly interesting for the first few seconds or like half a second or a frame, it's like, oh, I guess I'll watch this. I don't care.
I mean, you
just keep going and going and going.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of a brain empty, like noise thing to me.
The YouTube Shorts interface is kind of like that, right? Like you just kind of scroll like one after the other.
Yeah, and they autoplay, and
yeah,
it's a different vibe. I'm not really into it, but I could see the appeal of just sort of being like, whatever, just fill my brain with fucking pixels or something. I just need something.
That's what people say. That's what people say about TikTok.
It's fucking hypnotizing. Sort of.
Yeah, I can imagine.
They're getting you with that endless stream of crap.
Yeah, I mean, that's just content, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before we move on from the Twitter subject, I just want to ask if you are aware of the chili discourse.
Oh yeah, did we talk about that last time? Did we mention it?
Wait,
it's been going all along. It's been going on for such a long time. I mean, maybe we didn't talk about it, but it's been like more than a week. I'm sure that has been like perpetually people freaking out over nothing. It's
ableist to give your neighbors chili. Maybe we did talk about it last week. I just can't believe it. It just keeps going. What is it?
It's unfathomable.
I'm sorry. Disabled people just have too many rights. All right, they've run amok. We gave them some privileges, and they're abusing them. So we have to. I'm sorry, we have to roll them back. It's not okay. They can't keep getting away with it.
It's just so. It's so presumptuous on the part of the people that she's making the chili for that I just don't like. I guess all of these people who are upset are thinking, God, I hope somebody doesn't knock on my door and say hello to me and give me something. What if I don't like it? What if I don't like to talk to people? It's just sort of like so boring, like so petty, so insignificant. Don't worry about it.
What if I don't want to have someone knock on my door? What if I don't want to meet my neighbors? What if I don't like the chili? What if the chili has an ingredient that I can't eat? One of the most fucking buck wild ones I saw was, what if they don't have bowls?
Yeah.
What if
What
they
if
don't
they-
have? Not everyone has bowls. Not everyone has the spoons to do dishes and have clean bowls to eat your presumptuous white people chili out of. Cracker.
It's like, I guess, like, if you don't have any bowls, the person making the chili could bring some. Like, these issues have
You
such
can eat it
simple
with a
solutions.
fucking spoon. You can eat it with a fucking spoon out of the crock pot.
Yeah. It's
My
like
God.
they don't think like one step ahead of like, oh, the consequence of that like potential like issue is that, oh, sorry, I can't eat like meat, or I can't eat this, but thank you, and then you close the door. Like, it's so insignificant of an issue.
It's really funny the fact that like some people are saying it's like an issue of consent. Like she did not get their consent to give them the chili, but it's like, it's not like you didn't like force this chili like through their fucking doggy door. You didn't force it on them. You went to their house and you asked, "Would you like this? I made you this chili as a gift. Would you like it?" They can. That's where the consent comes in. You fucking psychopaths.
Just like getting a ladle of stuff in their mouths.
But you didn't ask consent to ask my consent. Oh, you did. Okay, but you didn't ask consent to ask consent to ask consent. Oh, you did. Okay, but you didn't ask consent to ask consent to ask consent to ask consent.
I sent a little letter to ask for consent, but what
you
if
didn't,
they can't read?
Did you ask consent to write the letter? Did you ask consent to write the letter?
What if you wrote it on paper? Did you consider?
What if they can't read?
What if they can't read? What if they
was
get
it on vegan paper?
Cuts? Yeah, it's like all of these fucking things. I'm like, I guess people are really bored. I guess people are they really want to get mad at something and they don't have anything at the moment, even though there's clearly so many things to get mad at. I don't get it.
You know, to tie it all back, my hero, Jorts the cat, made a triumphant return, again, viciously attacking the disabled community. Once more, as he is wont to do. There was it's not directly chili related, but it was someone was complaining that like the labor movement is bad because like people at like a Starbucks strike, striking workers weren't wearing masks. So like they're against the disabled. They want to give me long COVID or something. And Jorts the cat politely disagreed, thereby setting back the rights of disabled people hundreds, if not thousands of years.
That cat is too powerful.
That cat, I said on Twitter, oh no, he tasted the blood of the disabled once, and now he's addicted, he can't get enough.
I have social anxiety. It's hard to say no to chili, and now I have to eat it.
Yeah, I don't have.
What if I could throw it away then?
I don't have the spoons to refuse the chili. Oh no! Now I have to choose. Now I've given this disgusting white person chili, and now I have to. Oh God! Now I have to wash a bowl to eat it out of. Oh God! I'm having an episode. I'm having a fucking anxiety attack. I'm going down.
It's like, I don't know, maybe an anxiety attack would happen. But like, why is it the chili neighbor's like fault for not thinking of that potential eventuality? Like, it's nice to try. There's so many universes in which nothing bad happens at all. It's a good thing. You fuck.
I think you're just racist, Gib.
I think I am.
Racist against the disabled. Okay, man, goddamn, yeah. I'll miss Twitter. I'll miss Twitter though.
I love
never
Twitter.
It'll never be the same.
I've been doing more drunk posting. It's great.
Oh yeah.
My tweets, they're less funny and they're stupid.
But there's more of them.
There's more of them. Yes.
Cool.
Yes. And also, it's just been, I don't know, very, very gender over there right now. I posted like you saw the
on your account, you mean?
On my account, and also just with people I'm interacting with. It's just sort of like
very
nice.
Gender.
It's been very gender.
It's very funny.
I posted the image of me with the goth makeup on and stuff, and then I posted a picture of me wearing makeup out in the real world for the first time. And I got so many likes. I feel so real.
I don't got too many likes. Someone got more likes than my my video announcement. I didn't appreciate that. That made me.
You should have gone full goth. That would have made it better.
Yeah. True. Yeah, don't. If you can't beat them, join them, I guess.
But yeah, they got more likes than my Redman comics. Redman's fallen off. He's not as cool as me.
Redman's fallen off. Redman fell off. L and Ratio and you fell off. And what's the other one? What do you say? I don't know. Whatever.
Don't care, didn't ask. I think that's part of,
Too long didn't read. A Redman comic. Too long didn't read. Can someone give me the TLDR on this Redman comic? I gotta get back to
the last panel.
I gotta get back to yeah, with no words. TLDR. On the subject of gender, well, sort of, not really, but this is a segue that I'll use. I've made a big change in my life. Recently, I have stopped. Friendship ended with rain sounds for sleeping. Right? No more rain sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Rain sounds are yesterday's news. Rain sounds are like Twitter. And now the Truth Social, the new platform that everyone's moving to instead, is train sounds. Train sounds are the new thing for me.
Oh, so it's like T-Rain.
I was gonna do like a T-Pain auto-tune thing, but like I can't do that with my voice. So yeah.
Wait, why is that gender?
Well, it's
not transitions from one thing to another.
No, the gender part of it is that I had a dream. I was listening to train sounds for sleeping, and I had a dream, and I don't remember the dream, but I woke up. This was like the day after I had like set the Mega Man lecture to premiere, and so I woke up convinced. That this had happened, and I was thinking, why did I do that? Oh no, why did I do that? That's so, doesn't make any sense that I did that. And what I thought I had done was upload a recording of train sounds on a Japanese train platform that had included audio of a Japanese non-binary person getting into a violent argument with a passerby about their pronouns. I was sure that this had happened. I was sure that this was on my channel. And I was like, why did I post that the day before my Mega Man video? What was I thinking? That doesn't make any sense. That's
such a specific thing. So
I know, and I rolled around in bed. I was like, oh, I should get out of bed and I should delete that off my channel. But no, I'm so tired.
Was it like you filmed that video and you caught that and you just fuck it, I'll upload it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought happened.
I wonder what this means.
Why did I record that? Why did I upload it? Why was I in Japan?
Somewhere, there's some sort of connection here. Mega Man's from Japan.
It's just a wires cross thing. It's just like I uploaded a video. And I'm listening to a video about train sounds, therefore I must have uploaded a video about train sounds and also pronouns. And I don't know, that's it. That's my story.
Ben, when are you going to come out as non-binary? When are you going to do it?
Everyone's non-binary. That's not true. That's not true.
That's the classic, but everybody feels this way. Literally everybody. Nobody feels this way.
Every guy wishes
only
they were a girl.
Feel this way.
Every guy wishes they were a girl. Obviously, we just deal with it. Stupid. Yeah. We're all on the spectrum. We're all on the gender spectrum, just like we're all on the autistic spectrum.
Yeah. Literally everyone.
So I'm already out as non-binary. We all are, to one degree or another. I'm just kind of not very far along on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
I accept they them pronouns, as does most everyone. Is that not enough? Is that not enough? Are you trying to groom me? I'm being groomed.
Yeah,
I'm being groomed.
I'm grooming you right now.
No, you heard it. You heard it. You heard it here. Oh man. Speaking of grooming, no, but kind
the
of.
Mega Man lecture.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, I was on Asterios' stream the other day, and it was pretty fun. He knew a surprisingly little about Channel Awesome stuff. Like, he didn't know. I mean,
He's
he knew
a bit
who
older, isn't he?
He's 40, I think. So he's a few years older than me. But he knew who the Nostalgia Critic was, but like he had no idea who Linkara was, or the Nostalgia Chick, or Lindsay Ellis, or Spoonie, or any of those people.
I mean, you kind of... I learned through Channel Awesome collabs who those people were as well, back in the day. So if you weren't, like, following Nostalgia Critic, you probably wouldn't have found a lot of those other guys either.
Well, I never watched those people, but I mean, as I explained, because he had a couple of people in the call sort of explaining it to him, and I was able to, I think I was able to discern like what he needed to know in order to understand what is going on with this collective of people. So I was able to jump in and explain to him that, like, okay, so the thing about Channel Awesome is the way that it was structured was that basically Doug just picked like a bunch of little clones of himself with various gimmicks to become his weird little like empire. And I was like, and I think I was unusual because I'm like more familiar with a lot of these people from like after they were involved with the Nostalgia Critic, because I didn't actually watch Channel Awesome, but I'm familiar with Spoonie and Linkara and Lindsay Ellis like by reputation, mostly like in a largely post Channel Awesome world.
Wait, when did you learn about Linkara? Did you watch Linkara, or just hear about like funny things?
You know what it was? I learned about Linkara through, I think it must have been the Something Awful forums, because people on, it was because back in the day I would read Something Awful, and I would read the threads about Chris Chan, and I would read the threads about Control-Alt-Delete, Tim Buckley, the webcomic, the Lost webcomic. Yeah. And on the Something Awful forums, I would hear people make fun of Linkara. I would hear people say, "Oh, he's a chaser," or whatever. "Oh, he's a dweeb," things like that. And he wears a fedora. "Oh, he has a funny voice. He's fat." Yeah, and that's where I learned about Linkara. I think I probably must have. Well, because he made that webcomic. He made that terrible webcomic called The Lightbringer.
The Lightbringer.
Yes, and that got this, and so he got discussed on like discussions of bad webcomics a lot of the time. Other people I think I just heard about through like YouTuber stuff, like other YouTubers mentioning Spoonie and Nostalgia Chick and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean, that was pretty fun. The video is probably like still up. If anyone's interested, they could probably go still watch that on Asterios' channel, the Watchalong of Kicassia, and I'm in it for maybe like a third of it, and like after like an hour or two. I don't know.
What's this channel?
I think the channel is actually called The Loudest Podcast. It's the Loudest Podcast channel on. You know what? Let me see if I can just find the video. I'd never actually spoken. I was sure that I had talked to him before, because I mean I've met Sarancha and I've talked to you know who that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've met her and I've talked to her, but I've never actually met or talked to Asteria. I just assumed I had, but he told me, and I did not realize this, that he told me he has the Cancel Ben Saint shirt and that he wears it all the time. He told me this on the stream. I couldn't believe it. And I asked, like, wait a minute, but did you have the one? I didn't refer to her by name. I did not refer to May by name, but I said, do you have the one that my enemy was raffling off, or did you buy one for me? Because he was not aware of
enemy.
I said my enemy because a person of such little importance, a person of such little grace or cunning or courage does not deserve to be mentioned by name. But He had the shirt. I was like, wow, even I don't have the shirt. But he was not aware. He was not aware that I had made that shirt in response to May raffling off one. So I don't know. It was very strange. Let me see.
What does Asterius know about your work? Did he watch your videos? Like your lectures?
I think that he must. Well, I think Sarancha did, because like Sarancha was like kind of a Chris historian or kind of a Chris fan. So I think she was probably familiar with the lecture, and she probably showed it to him, and so he's probably seen it that way. Because they have like a side show or like a patrons only show where they do like Christery stuff, or like Sarancha explains Christery to Asterios. I was supposed to be on that. We talked about it a long time ago, pre-COVID.
Yeah,
the plan was that they were going to do a cross-country tour, and they were going to come to Boston. We were going to record a live episode of shit. Is it just called Christery? I forget. Whatever. Their Chris show. And I was going to be a guest on that. And then COVID happened, and then there was no more travel allowed. So there you go.
So if there's noises, by the way, I'm eating lunch. I got like a venison stew. It's very, very nice.
Oh, it's really funny. Oh, he titled. Okay, it's not on his main. It's not on the main tab of the YouTube channel. It's on the live tab, and it's called the Nostalgia Nerd Watchalong. He like could not remember that the guy's name is the Nostalgia Critic. He kept calling him the Nostalgia Nerd. Anyway,
true.
Here, I'll put the link there. I found the link. So that was fun. Let's see. I have a list. Oh, well, let me see if there's anything else on my list before I get into that other thing. Oh, I played a video game. This week.
Wow.
I think it was like immediately after last week we recorded. I went and I played this video game just on a complete whim. The video game in question is called Clash at Demonhead on the NES. Are you familiar?
I'm familiar with the band named after it in the fictional universe of Scott Pilgrim. I didn't actually know it was a game.
It is a game.
Yeah. What's you do in the game?
It was great. I loved it. Wait a minute. I was gonna say I'd been watching this YouTube channel called Hungry Gorilla, which is I think it's one of the Legend of Zelda bosses. It's a gorilla, the one you have to give the meat to. Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know Zelda.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, Hungry Gorilla does a lot of like retro reviews of mostly like RPGs on sometimes the NES, but mostly like the Sega Master System for some reason. And I was just watching her videos, and one of them, there was one that was like, top 10 like action RPGs on the NES. And one of the ones that was on there was Clash at Demonhead. And I remembered, Clash at Demonhead, that's the game that the band in Scott Pilgrim is named after. And, I watched the review of it, and I was like, this game looks cool. This game looks awesome. I was like, well, I'm just going to play it. And I did. And it was awesome. It was kind of like, it's a bit like Zelda 2. Zelda 2, the one with like the side-scrolling?
Yeah.
It's a bit like...
got the down sword thing.
Yeah. It's kind of like that, only the differences are, instead of, like, in that game, you sort of wander around a world map and you kind of get into random battles. In Clash of Demonhead, there's a map. Let me find a picture of the map, right? First of all, the game's extremely anime. It feels like it's based on, like, a... Who's the mangaka that did like Ranma and Inuyasha?
I don't know his name. But yeah.
It's a woman.
Oh, well, I don't know her name.
Rumiko Takahashi. It's like it feels exactly as though it's like based on like a Rumiko Takahashi manga, but it's not. they just made it a game that feels like it's that. Anyway, so there you gotta rescue. No, you gotta save Professor Plum, who's been he made a doomsday bomb, and you gotta save him
from Cluedo.
No, from Earth. Clash of Demonhead map. So you gotta go around. You gotta go around this mountain. I'm gonna post the map of this frickin' world map of this mountain, and you gotta go along these routes. And so instead of wandering around a world map and getting into like environment battles, you start at like the junction of Route 1 and you just choose a route and you just walk along the path between like, you walk along Route 2 between like the junction that goes to up to the route on between 5 and 11. And then from there you can take Route 11 to Route 9. And then after Route 9, you can choose, do I go on 3 or on 6 or on 12 or whatever. And every time you go along a route, there's, the same little, terrain that you gotta go over, and there's enemies and you gotta shoot them. Also, you have a gun instead of a sword, but other than that, it's very similar to like the side scroller, Zelda 2.
It's a cute little map.
Yeah. And, you go around, and sometimes you find an NPC who will give you a hint about where to go. Okay, the thing that sucks is that in the game, the routes are not... Well, they are numbered, but you can't see the numbers on the map. You can only see the numbers of the routes that you're immediately adjacent to. So... You can see the whole map, but you can't see the numbers. So if you want to have an actual... I didn't do this. I cheated a little bit. If you were playing the game on the NES back in the day, you would have had to take a pencil and paper and go around the whole world in every map and like label it on like a piece of paper so you would know. So that when fucking Michael or whoever tells you, that you gotta go and stop the guy on Route 33, you would have to refer to your notes and be like, wait a minute, where's Route 33? Oh, okay. That's Route 30. I gotta go there. All right. I didn't do that. I just cheated and used a map like a fucking pussy.
It's interesting you say both route and route interchangeably.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you kept switching.
I don't know why. I don't know why I do that.
It's funny because it's like a route usually just means to like defeat an enemy and make them run away, but a pathway is always a route, and like making pathways is a route, and a wireless router in your home would give you Wi-Fi.
A wireless route, it's a router.
But it's connecting routes. It's one of those words that is just
connecting routes. It's connecting routes.
No.
I don't know. To me, route and route both equally mean a way or a path. So yeah, I guess I just use either one.
I've never really looked into the etymology of that. Why they sound different. I always thought it was just an American thing, but now that I've heard you say a route is a route and also a route, I'm like, wow, what the hell is the rules?
A route like a defeat in battle is ROUT.
Yeah,
it's not ROUTE. Yeah,
that's the. Who knows?
Yeah,
I could Wikipedia this.
I will not. Well, I think it's the same word. I mean, I think it's just like library versus library. Just like people choose to pronounce
library.
Well, that's just like a mispronunciation, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like often and often. It's the same word, just two different people choose to say it differently, or regional. I don't know why I say it both ways. Listen, I just want to express how much.
I just want to clash some demon heads.
I just want to express how much I enjoyed Clash of Demonhead. There was the one criticism I will say of it is that they do repeat terrain. Like a bunch of different routes have like very similar shaped paths. Like they kind of did a little copy pasting, which is unfortunate. There's a shop that sells like power-ups, and sometimes you need a certain power-up to like progress, like to climb an ice wall or to like super jump over a gap or something like that. It's fun.
Sounds fun. Sounds like a little Metroidvania precursor.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I mean it's pretty similar. I mean it's pretty similar to Zelda 2, except I think it's got a little more character because it's got very funny anime cutscenes. Hold on. Every time you talk to an NPC, these dialogue bubbles come up and it says it's talk time. And
Talk time?
yeah, it's talk time. And you know, you gotta I mean, here it looks like this. Oh no, it's talking time. I don't know.
It's talking time.
It's talking time. And you know, Bang has to you know, confront his enemies or whatever. You gotta
that style of the guy at the top. What is that guy? What is that thing?
That's
it's like
Bang.
a police. No, but like there's a style of anime, like manga I've seen. It's old.
I think I know what you mean.
It's like a big burly policeman manga from like the 70s or something.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I know him mostly because he's in like all of those Shonen Jump manga fighting games. Yes. Of course. How could we forget? I don't know what it's called, but I know the one that you're talking about.
Yeah. I like these guys.
I'm Tom Gaikot, the chief of governors, and I'll be waiting for you in my desert fortress on Route 33. Every time there's 6. Well, you got to collect 7 medallions, but you got to kill 6 bosses, and they drop a little Hebrew, a little Star of David, a little Hebrew one, because they're part of the Jewish Illuminati. They're all part of like the bankers. You know, they control the world governments and all that. That's not true. I didn't mean to say that.
It just sort of slipped out.
It just slipped out. Kanye told me to say it. Anyway, now they got these demon medallions, and there's also a demon. Spoiler: there is a demon.
Do you clash?
I'm not going to say you do clash. I'm not going to say you don't clash.
Suspense.
You just have to play the game and find out for yourself. Took me around. I think it took me around like 8 hours, like 6 or 8 hours. Maybe a little longer than that. I don't know. I guess all I could say is it was just a lot of fun, and I liked the video, and I was like, hey, wow, video games can be good. I was just impressed that like this just feels like a really big, felt like a really big game for like a freaking NES title. You know, I mean, I guess there were other. I mean, I guess Metroid was pretty big. The Zeldas were pretty big.
How long is a route on this?
A route is
yeah, you've said it already.
Not especially long. I mean, it's probably like they vary, but they might be 8 or 12 or 60 or screens long.
Okay, that's quite sizable. And if each one of them is like multiple little screens,
some they do copy paste some areas, and you can tell that like, oh, this little section that I got to jump over is the same shape as this other one, just like with a different like texture pack applied to the landscape or whatever, or like this arrangement of enemies is the same. They've just been like reskinned into like a different like regional enemy type or whatever, and that's fine. You know, they had to do what they had to do back then. They had to copy and paste the little stuff to like make the game, to stretch the game out a little bit. You know, it's forgivable.
I mean, I honestly don't mind that in lots of games where like you've got the green goblins in the early stages, but then you get to the harder places and you've got the exact same, but they're different. They're red goblins now, and they're slightly more powerful. It's like, oh, I'm progressing.
That's true.
Doesn't really bother me that much.
I guess if I have to criticize a little more, not a huge amount of enemy variety. A lot of the enemies just are like a little guy that flies around and shoots a little bullet at you. Some of them are like tall enemies that like run at you, but like they all mostly act the same. The bosses are very interesting. There's like 7 or 8 bosses, and they're all like completely different, and they're really fun. So that was great. The regular enemies, some of them are pretty cute. Oh, there's little red man faces.
There's
little.
Can you get a picture?
Oh, damn.
Do you know what they're called?
I don't know what they're called. Hang on. Maybe I could find like a list of all the enemies.
Little red man faces?
Yeah, there's this one route early on where there's these little like red man heads. Maybe I can find out like the Spriter's resource or something. Like a page for like all the Clash at Demonhead playable characters. Okay. Now let's check out Clash at Demonhead. Oh no! There's a sprite sheet for bosses, but not for regular enemies. You've got to be joking. What about my little guys?
Where's the little guy representation?
Little red head man. I'm gonna look for it later. Oh, there is a. Oh yeah, one of the bosses is just Undyne. It's just like an anime like fish girl.
Gotta
Wait,
play it. I gotta play it now.
She was pretty cute. She was pretty cool. I think she's the only girl. The only girl boss. She is literally a girl boss. I didn't realize she was a girl, but no, she's definitely wearing like cute boots and like a skirt. And also, the more I played it, the more I was like, this game kind of looks like Scott Pilgrim. Yeah. Tell me that fish girl couldn't have been in Scott Pilgrim.
Like as a human being?
I don't know. I mean, whatever.
I kind of know what you mean.
Mm.
You'd see that it's the sort of the chibi sort of legs.
Yeah,
similar sort of like
the
like
big round eyes, the stumpy feet, the stumpy leg.
Yeah, you
know what I mean. She's got the Ramona Flowers body type, the phenotype. If you know what I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm saying. Well, shit. I guess I don't have that much specific to say because I'm not very good at talking about video games, but what a cool game.
Speaking about not being good at talking about video games,
yeah,
Mega Man Lecture,
yeah,
it's finished.
Mega Man Lecture is finished. It is releasing in an hour and 15 minutes. Everybody loves it. Speaking from the future of this Friday when this episode goes live, I can confidently say that everybody loved it. It was a huge smash hit, million views in a second.
Oh my god, so proud.
Channel's back, baby.
You could even say the channel is awesome.
Yeah! I'm just thinking, I've said it before, if it does well, what I have accomplished with this lecture is that I have unshackled myself. I've unshackled myself from the chains of RadCon, right? I'm no longer... Before, I was like, I'll make lectures at RadCons, and that was the plan. I gotta be dependent on Victor to film me or whatever. Give me a freaking lav mic. Man, no hate, but goddamn, the audio quality in those old lectures is ass. It's truly ass. I cannot believe going back to them how shitty they sound.
All of them? I can't remember all of them.
Well, I don't know all of them.
Like the lav mics were okay most of the time.
I was lav mic'd in the Sonichu 101 lecture and in the what do you call it? The Kokoro Wish lecture. I mean, it's audible. It's not like an unlistenable disaster, but like, it's not good. It's not good. I mean, compared to the new one where I used a real mic, the difference is night and day as far as I'm concerned. But anyway,
I feel like I might want to do a lecture, but not because I want to tell people about something. I just want to stand with a microphone in my hand, like a singing microphone, and do like a stand-up routine. But I'm talking about stuff in front of a whiteboard.
What if I did a lecture, but instead of like talking about something, I was just telling jokes, just standing in front of a wall telling, like, what would you call that?
What would you call that? I'd be standing up, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. But I was saying what I've done is I I've invested in all the equipment that I need, and I've done a proof of concept to prove like I don't need RadCon. I don't need there to be this big stupid thing. Nothing again, and I say stupid lovingly. I don't need to have this big like production underpinning making a video like this. I can just make one if I want to. And I probably will. So that's fun.
Best.
Hope everyone pledges to my Patreon and gets me to 100 patrons, and you can choose my next lecture. I think, I don't know. I might change my mind at the moment. At the moment, I'm kind of thinking that maybe like a PCP history or the downfall of Digibro or the new Brony lecture might be the one that I want to do next. I don't know. I don't know if there's like really that big a market for it.
No,
that'd be like a very indulgent.
That'll
one.
be like an in-joke kind of heavy one with the
maybe
audience.
Maybe I shouldn't do that right away. Maybe I should do something.
That could be a Patreon exclusive little secret lecture.
Well, the Patreon thing is like people get to vote on one. So like, honestly, I'm not sure if that were up for a vote, if that would win, because that's like, that's niche. Wait, I had a couple of like possibilities written out on the list. Let me read off my list of like lecture ideas. What do I have here? Oh, some of these are terrible. Some of these are really shit, but I'll read them anyway. One idea was like the history of Ulalilia. One idea. Okay, this one is stupid. Dieth Strix. I'm sure you don't know who that.
I do. I remember.
You do.
It's the Pro Jared and what's her face Holly's D&D characters.
Yes, my idea was, what if I explained the fictional like in-campaign history of Pro Jared and Holly? That was topical at the time. Pro Jared and Holly were like a big thing. I feel like if I released that now, like nobody would give a shit. So I feel like there was a time limit on that one, and it has passed. The history of Nuzlocke was one.
It's just about the comic, wouldn't it be? The Nuzleaf.
Well,
guy?
it would start there. But, then maybe, I would have to do some research, but like I would track like, okay, well, like how did they grow in popularity from there? Like was there like a YouTuber that picked up the idea, and like who was the first person to make like videos about them, stuff like that. Andrew Dobson was one. You know who that is?
I think maybe. Is he like a comic guy that's cringe a little bit?
Yeah, he's the guy that draws himself as like the blue teddy bear.
Yeah, I vaguely remember hearing you talk about that guy. I forgot what he did.
He's pretty. He's done. I can't remember. He's done a lot of things, but he's pretty funny. Then my next one was Mega Man, so cross that one off the list. Strip Search. Now there's one that I don't know if it really needs a lecture. I don't know if there's really enough to talk about. I've talked about Strip Search. Here, you know.
I know.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay. You don't? No, you do.
People, they strip you and they search you.
No. Oh, no. It was the reality. It was the Penny Arcade reality show.
Oh, I've never been on Penny Arcade, so I'm not aware.
Have I not told you about Strip Search? Because that was like formative. That was like a formative experience for me.
No.
Yeah. That was like one of the things that made me want to like become an artist. Was like,
oh my god.
Wait,
maybe you have talked about. Maybe,
yeah.
Maybe you have. I just forget what it's called. Is it like an art people in a house together?
Yes. It was like a Big Brother for comic artists. Living in a house, and it was managed like complete shit. Like the Penny Arcade guys had no fucking clue what they were doing. It's really funny because it was very wholesome, because the Mike and oh god, wait, what's the other one? Mike and not Jay. Gabe? It's Gabe and Tycho. Mike and Jerry. Mike and Jerry have no fucking clue what they're doing. They envisioned the contest as like a cutthroat, like make these people kill each other sort of like thing.
Do they have like challenges and get voted out?
Yes. Well, they didn't vote each other out. They had to beat each other in challenges to eliminate one another. And it's really funny because in the house, all the artists are like, they're all like, we're all in this together. You know, we're not. They don't make enemies. They're all very supportive of one another. They're all like, whoever wins, no hard feelings. Like, you know, I'm just glad to have met all of you. Like, they're just like really happy to be there, and they're all so sad when anyone has to leave. And Mike and Jerry, it's really funny because like they only appear in the elimination challenges. They're mostly off screen, except for and when there's an elimination challenge, like the two artists will come in and they're both just kind of like looking at each other like, I guess we got to do this. Like, I'm really sorry about that. And Mike and like Jerry wears this like ridiculous like gold chain, like he's trying to look like some sort of like gangster, like I don't know, like a pimp or something. He's just like, oh, I'm gonna pit these guys against each other and make them kill each other. But like by the end, it's all like the pretense is completely gone. Every time there's elimination, everyone's like, why did we do this? Why did we structure this so that we have to eliminate someone? I just want to hang out with all my new friends, guys. And in hindsight, I actually hate it because it turned into this horrible like nepotism club where like everyone who stuck around in the contest for long enough eventually just got like a cushy job like working at Penny Arcade. Didn't really matter if you won. Didn't matter if you lost. The winners and losers all more or less came out of it with the same advantages. Katie Rice ended up winning, and Katie Rice is fascinating because she was one of the people, not the principal one, but one of the ones who like Me Too'd John Kricfalusi, the Ren and Stimpy guy. That's a total coincidence. But she ended up winning, but then her winning webcomic idea ended up, I think it was ultimately less successful than the second place winner, Abby Howard's webcomic, The Last Halloween, which she finished, and then she kickstarted it for like $50,000 or something, and then she went on to become like a children's like nature book illustrator person, and then I met her at Mice the year before COVID, and then, there's more. I can keep going. Amy.
Clearly, there's a lot for a lecture in this because I have no idea about any of this.
You know what? That's funny. I said there's not. Yeah, honestly, I could probably. I mean, it wouldn't be that long of a lecture.
Yeah, honestly, it wouldn't be in 8 hours.
You know what?
Maybe
I changed my mind. Honestly, the strip search diaspora, the like, where are they now? Sort of.
Oh yeah, that could be good.
Because it's like half of them just kind of disappeared and were never heard from again. And the other half basically got cushy jobs like in the Penny Arcade, like nepotism empire. And I hate them. Even the ones that I like, I hate. That's not true. Katie Rice sort of didn't do that. The winner was supposed to get they could make their own webcomic and it would be hosted on Penny Arcade. That was the ultimate prize. And she got that. And it was like a disaster for her. Because honestly, there was kind of an embarrassing sort of thing where her webcomic, I forget what it was called, but the premise of it was about kids that were like abandoned by their parents forever at a summer camp. And so that's the premise. And then there was this cartoon on like Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon or something that was about kids being stuck at a summer camp. And Katie had this sort of meltdown where she like thought they had stolen her idea.
Was that it's like Craig of the Creek or something?
I don't think it was. No, I don't think it was that. It was a lesser known cartoon that I don't really hear anyone talk about anymore. But the point is, she had this meltdown and basically said that she'd been plagiarized, and like it's really not that similar, and it's really not that novel to like the idea of being stuck at a summer camp. Like it's really not that unique. So that was a little embarrassing. Anyway, okay. The strip search diaspora. You know what? Might move that one up the list because that one's kind of interesting. The next one was like Digi, which would be like that would probably it would be about like the rise and fall of Digibro, and also the PCP, and like and brony stuff. I don't know. There's a lot that could go into that one. I think a like the Digibro diaspora could be one that like people would want. I would probably call it the downfall of Digibro. Is probably what I would title that one as an SEO measure.
Personally, I just wouldn't want to touch all of that, but
I mean, I don't care. I'll do anything. That's a maybe. And then I had one. Kirby lore. Kirby lore is good, but also there are already videos about Kirby lore, and also I don't know. I kind of think that like the Kirby lore is a little bit like people love the Kirby lore because it's like, oh, a cute little pink puffball. Oh, but he actually fights all these cosmic horrors. It's like, oh, you wouldn't think so. But like, there's not that much continuity. Like, yeah, like Marx is in a lot of different games, and yeah, Popstar. Like, there is continuity, but it's also kind of just like every game. There's like a new crop of like weird fucking cosmic horrors that like,
yeah, there's that eye. Doesn't that eye like be like?
Do you mean the one in the cloud, Krakow?
No, there's like a zero, I think it's called Zero.
The dark matter or dark matter zero or
there's some sort of big eye that's like very important.
I think you're talking about. I think you're talking about. Wait, the white one with the wings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know the one from.
I've seen like an image that
I think.
Yeah, there's an image I've seen that like has all of the Kirby villains and characters and their links to like who's a clone of or who's related to who from like space. Like how is Meta Knight related to Kirby and all that sort of stuff. Where does Kirby come from? What are the Kirbys?
You know what? That one probably could be a lecture. I that one's kind of been talked about a lot. I don't know if maybe I would be kind of just trotting on like well-trodden ground with that idea, maybe. I mean,
I haven't seen another
be...
like big Kirby video, but I'm sure they exist.
Well, I've seen oh fuck. Was it Wooly that did those ones where he sort of like narrates the Kirby lore?
I don't
know. There's oh, here it is. No, it's not Wooly. No, it is Wooly. Yeah, Wooly Versus. He did a little series where he does a very sort of a dramatic. He says sort of like a dramatic reading of like a script explaining like, the sort of cosmic Kirby lore. Prepare to hi. Yeah, I mean that's not a lecture though. Okay, so that's an idea. And the most recent idea I had was Infinite Jest, like explain the plot of Infinite Jest, which is something that
you should cosplay as Vincent for that one.
And that one's just I mean you could already look up a summary of Infinite Jest on the internet if you wanted to. Someone somewhere might appreciate a video explaining it. I mean, it does have a fairly complicated plot. So I mean, yeah, it is something that one could simplify a bit and explain in lecture format. So I mean, that's an idea. I don't know. Commenters, if you like any of these ideas, or let me know in the comments you think any of them are particularly appealing. I'm curious because I mean, I don't know, I could do any of these. Yeah, those are just some ideas for lectures that I could do now that like I can just make them on my own. Now that I know how to do that. And if I did one, I would hire an editor, at least for part of the editing. Like for the rough cut, just like cut out all the silences, cut it down to like, yeah, cut out all like the unusable footage. I would hire an editor for that part. That would save me like a week. And probably none of these would be 8 hours long. So it would not take me like 3 months to get it done, Lamau.
How long from the video being finished to it being uploaded did it take for re-renders and uploading and stuff?
You mean like from after I finished editing?
Yeah, after you finished editing
Oh man.
the first time, how long did it take for you finally to get the final render uploaded?
Oh man. Let me look at my file history for a second. Let's see. Where did I save that? Oh, it was okay. Oh God. No, that can't be true.
What? Is it like
Oh,
a
no,
month?
no. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay. All right. It looked from my file history. It looks like the video was filmed. It was filmed at the end of September, and then the rough cut, honestly, this maybe should not have taken quite as long. The rough cut where I just cut out all the unusable footage was done by September 20th. Did that really take me almost 3 weeks? I was busy. I was busy moving and stuff. Yeah, so that was done by September 20th, and then I cleaned it up. Did it take me a month to clean up the... Jesus fucking Christ. Looks like the cleaner cut was done by October 16th, and then the final cut that I considered, like, basically done... No, this was not done on the 10th. I must have, like... some of these must be, like, saved later. I don't know. I think the final cut was basically done, like, around the end of October. I was like, okay, this is complete. But then I did make a couple corrections, because there were some mistakes in the render that I had to go back and correct, and then I ended up adding a little bit of extra stuff to, like, bring it over 8 hours. So, yeah, around the end of October. So about almost 3 weeks. Because it's the 20th today. Yeah, fuck. Fuck.
8 hours is too long.
8 hours? I mean...
Just for rendering.
Just to render. Now, if my computer were better, it would probably go faster. Rendering the 8-hour video in 1440p resolution, which is what I filmed it in, takes about, like, 5 or 6 days just to render it. Uploading it only takes about, like, 10 hours. And then, okay, this is weird. I uploaded the video, and it spent a whole week processing. Like, you upload a video, and then it says, like, okay, it's got to process in standard definition, and then it has to process in high definition, and then once it's done, then you can watch it in high resolution, right?
Yes.
Right. It spent an entire week processing in high definition, and I thought it was just stuck. And then finished, and then I was like, oh, cool, and I watched the video, and it would not actually play in high definition. Like, it said it was done, but it didn't play it. And I was like, what the fuck? So I had to upload it again, and I just uploaded, like, I just uploaded the same final cut, like, several times. I was like, maybe if I just upload 3 different ones, maybe one of them will work. And I was right. The second one out of 3, it finished its standard definition render, and then it started high definition rendering, and it finished high definition rendering within like a day or two, and then I played it, and yeah, it played in 1440p, as it should, and that's the one that is going live in 54 minutes from now. The other ones just didn't do that. The other ones just processed for a week, and then when they were done, the high-res video wasn't there, and you couldn't watch it. And I don't know why. It's not on my end. I didn't do anything different with any of those videos. Just some of them succeeded and some of them failed. Just like sperm. It's just like when you nut into a vagina. Some of the sperm, they're going to make it. And it's just random chance. It's just random chance which one fertilizes the zygote, And that's me. That's me just coming onto YouTube. Just coming into YouTube until I fertilize one precious upload seed zygote.
Do you think the sperm that made you was a standard definition or high definition?
It was It was 4:3, 240p, uploaded in like 2006. Looks like shit. And it's one of those like
I'm a 4K
legacy
baby.
No, I would have liked to record in 4K. I recorded in the highest resolution that my camera would do, which was 1440p, or as colloquially known as 2K. But my camera could not do 4K. I would have recorded it in 4K if my camera
why
could do
2K,
it.
you ask?
Why 2K? Because 4K was crossing the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So took several weeks even after finishing the video to actually get it rendered and uploaded. Because it's just fucking big files are just a hassle. They're just a hassle to deal with.
Well,
Yeah. What if it goes live and then I'm like, oh no, it won't. It's not playing in high res. Oh no, the HD. No, the 1440p.
Yeah, I wonder. I guess it's up to the user to click on the little thing if it's not automatically HD. Sometimes that's happened to me where like a video starts playing in 480 for no reason, where it could easily play 720 60 FPS.
Well, I mean, my YouTube generally defaults to auto, which is then like it plays the highest resolution that it can play without buffering.
Yeah.
So yeah, because my connection is spotty, sometimes it defaults to a lower resolution, but when my connection's good, it usually plays in the highest resolution, or it usually plays in 1080 if possible.
Sometimes it just doesn't update though, even if it's on auto and my connection's good, so I have to manually click it.
I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I'm sure that like most people, to most viewers, it does not matter that much whether the video is in 360p. Most people are not actually going to be watching the video.
No,
and that's okay. Just for my own peace of mind, like I would like it so that if you do decide to look at the video, you'll see an image that is at least crisp enough that you can make out like what is on the little pictures on the board behind me. You know, I still want it to be crunchy.
Well, I hope to enjoy it over the next 6 weeks, because it's a long video.
6 weeks? Oh, yeah. I hope it does well. I hope it does well. The last thing that I had on my list of things that I wanted to talk about is One Piece. I caught up on One Piece.
Oh, you did. That's right.
Did you read? I think didn't a new chapter come out like just yesterday? Don't they come out on like Sunday?
Oh, did they? Did one? I didn't read one
I think
yesterday.
It did.
Now I'm behind.
I think you are. I think I might be. Yeah, it was 16 or 67. We're
definitely on this. Yeah, the one. Spoiler alert for One Piece. Everyone leave. Everyone run away.
We should have a jingle. No, we should have a. Eleazar,
create a One Piece jingle.
Yes, create content.
Create
content
for
The One Piece. The One Piece is real.
Thanks, Eleazar. I'm 2 chapters behind, actually.
No, cringe!
I'm sorry, I just don't keep up with it every week. I just be like, oh, One Piece, yes! And I go and read whatever there is. It's usually only 1 or 2 chapters. But we can talk about Wano in its entirety, because that's over now.
Yeah, I guess Wano's over.
How did you like that?
You know, I was ready for it to be over by the end.
Yeah.
Also, maybe I was like stupid. I kind of like missed the part where Kaido died or lost. I kind of like felt like I wasn't paying attention and I sort of like missed it. And then I didn't go back and check. It's like, wait, when did he win? When did Luffy win exactly? Oh well, I'm sure it happened at some point.
Well,
never mind.
Well, Big Mom got smashed really far into the ground, and then like a chapter or two later, Luffy had his big, like, I don't exactly remember
big
which.
Fist?
it was like his whole body went giant because he's got Joy Boy pizzazz right now. He's Popeye. He's popping
his whole body went giant?
Yeah, for a bit. I forget exactly.
Am I stupid? I don't remember him.
Maybe you skipped a whole chapter.
Maybe I did.
Oh my god, you missed the chapter where Kaido was defeated?
I remember him, and I remember Kaido and Mom being, like, smashed into the ground, right? Like, they both ended up, like, being, like, tunneled underground, basically, right?
They got hit real hard, and they went way down, yes.
So, yeah. Okay, I mean, I understand that. So, like, we didn't see the body. So they're definitely not dead, right? Like, that's the takeaway.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume so, just because Big Mom has such a connection to Elbaf, which is an island that they have been hinting at for so long. I feel like that she's got to come back for that.
That's not to jump ahead, not to get ahead of myself, but like that's the thing that I'm the most hyped for about Egghead now is like fucking they're talking about Elbaf. Wait, the Giants? Wait, the Giants took the books from
no, you're spoiling
me.
You're spoiling me. Yeah, that's
Wait, really?
That's not in.
Wait, no, it's not.
I've said I'm 2 chapters behind. I'm just reading.
That was not 2. I'm sorry if that was a spoiler, but I thought that was more than 2 chapters ago.
No. I mean, maybe he's talking about it in this one. I'm scrolling through. I want to read it properly, but yeah, they're talking about.
I mean,
Ohhhhhhh.
it's just a passing mention, but yeah, I mean, he mentions the Giants of Elbaf are connected, and I'm like, oh man, fuck yeah, I love the Giants of Elbaf.
The Giants of Elbaf. There's so many things. Usopp and all of his like, his friendships with the 2 pirate captains, giants on that really long ago.
Dory and Groggy, right? That's their
Dory
names?
and Broggy, and then
Broggy, yeah,
and then the other ones at Eni's lobby, Oimo and Kashi, who are also are out there somewhere. They probably would meet them. And then there's the guy who's like a half giant, who's like part of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. He might show up. So many big people.
I don't want to. There's another detail that got dropped that like shocked and horrified me, but I don't want to say it because it might spoil you.
Well, here let's pause the episode so I can read it real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna read.
I mean, okay, yeah, sure. Are you just gonna catch up right now?
Yeah, I'm catching up right now.
Okay.
I'll do a live reading, I guess.
Live reading. 20 minutes of silence.
Yeah, it's the joke. I don't read aloud.
Epic.
Do you remember when I did a video of that? I did a Let's Read, and I just started opening a book, and the whole video was me looking at the book and turning the pages.
I do remember that. I don't remember what the book was.
It's just some like old-fashioned like book with leather bound something or other. Some sort of story.
Well, it must not have been a very good book if you don't even remember the title.
No, it's just old and it was on the shelf. And I like old books, but they're not very good often.
You're right. Old bad, new good.
Oh yeah.
Why read a book? Play Fortnite. TikTok. That's what we have TikTok for. We don't need books.
During the Void Century, there was once a highly advanced civilization. The history of the certain kingdom. Oh my god, I love certain kingdoms.
Holy shit. Okay, yeah, this is the Okay, this is the chapter that I'm like, look, I was already liking Egghead. Like, I like the future. I like the future technology. I like the outfits. You've seen they get their new outfits, right?
Yeah, they're all cool.
I like the cool future outfits. I think it rules.
Yes.
But then this chapter, I'm like, oh my god, right, the lore.
This is going to be my...
There's lore.
So the history about a battle between a certain kingdom and 20 kingdoms. The winners were the 20 kingdoms. They founded the world government the world knows today. To make sure that nobody carries that kingdom's ideology, they erased its existence from history. Probably, I'm guessing with the sky, I don't know what it is, but you know the thing that Im did to, like, Sabo? Do you remember that? The king of the world or whatever? Im-sama?
The guy on the throne?
The guy on the throne. The guy that nobody knows exists except for the top government officials and Shanks, I guess. Maybe he doesn't. But
I know who you're talking about. I remember that Sabo
you only see him
saw
very briefly.
Him. Just his eye, right?
I don't know if Sabo saw him, but like,
Oh, I think we see him again.
but like,
Yeah.
Sabo, like, obviously escaped Marishwa with too much info, and Im ordered, like, destruction of whatever island he was on. They found him, and then that island was completely obliterated. I don't know if Sabo's dead. He's probably not dead.
Okay, yes.
But
yes.
That's, like, a power that has... And then I really loved in that chapter where they had, like, the lower people in the organization of the Marines or headquarters or stuff. They're like, they're being told to not pay attention to anything that's happening. Radio silence, please. You're being ordered to not pay attention to what is happening right now. Go away. And then they blew up the island.
Yes, okay.
So I'm like, ah, cool. So that's probably what was done to this kingdom. And the kingdom was, I don't know, socialist or something.
they were doing communism.
They
had
were
to
doing
send
communism,
the CIA in.
and it's like, let's blow them up. All right,
They're not buying our exports. Are you still reading?
Yeah, I'm reading the rest.
Understood.
If Ohhhhhhh was erased because of this theory, that means the government had acknowledged that this theory is the truth. Why is Vegapunk talking to these pirates about this? That's the thing I'm not sure about yet.
Yeah, that's a reasonable question.
I'm similar to you too. Even if I work with the government, if I talk about it, I'll be obliterated. How do you know about that kingdom? Every book that Ohhhhhh had gathered around the world had been destroyed. The will of Ohhhhhh still lives. Oh, Pog.
No, this is hype. This is hype.
That day, the world was in an uproar. Scholar Island, Ohhhhhh, that was famous worldwide for its knowledge, got destroyed in one light with a lone girl as its survivor. The world government labeled them as an evil scholar group that were plotting to take over the world. About months later after that incident, I went to Ohhhhhh, which had become a burning field. I met with an old acquaintance. What? He survived? The scholar leader, Professor Clover? Professor Clover's alive, or was alive?
Oh, I know. Okay.
Oh no, he didn't say he met them. He said he was an old acquaintance. I understand. He knew Clover. I've known him as an adventurer that gathered every book around the world. He'd been captured and imprisoned 10 times by the Navy. Ah, Clover backstory. I love this.
Clover backstory. Holy shit, dude. Ohhhhhh is so cool.
#1 archaeologist in the world. He gathered every scholar in one place so they could easily get blown up. Foolish.
Yes. Genius.
They even burned the Tree of Knowledge. Oh, what is that? What is this, like, fuzzy, like, club-shaped person?
Don't worry about it.
What's it? Is this like? It's like the Looney Tunes, like, big red fluffy guy.
No, you're thinking too
hard.
Or like
Big Bird.
No, you're thinking too hard about it. Don't
okay. God, this is a real expository chapter. And I went into the lake in the central area, found a lot of books drowning in there. Seeing that their island was on fire because the Busticle, the scholars, were trying to stop it, they died protecting the remaining fortunes for the future. The clueless soldier saw it but didn't realize its value. It was a great victory for Ohhhhhh. Then I saw it, my tears wouldn't stop flowing. Oh, it's Robin's mom. No!
What was Robin's mom's name? Nico something?
Nico Sparrow. I don't remember.
Nico Bella.
Yeah, it was a nice name. I forgot it. Protect the books, bring it out of the library. I remember that. Robin, history is an asset for humanity. Live, go, do it. And then Saul is there. He is a giant. Oh my god, Elbath.
Oh my god.
Robin's crying. No!
Elbath. Oh my god, Saul.
Better call him.
You know, you better Buster call Saul. Wait. Has anyone made that joke before? I feel like I've just discovered. I feel like I've just hit upon something really important. Buster call Saul.
Buster call Saul. Oh, it's perfect.
Holy shit. Okay. All right.
Oh, this is great. Ohhhhhh did try to expose that kingdom just as you predicted. Then it really was the truth. Do you know what happened to the books in the lake? That time, I wanted to bring them to Punk Hazard, but my plea to the higher-ups fell on deaf ears. Actually, that day, I encountered those guys. Oh my god, who are these guys 22 years ago?
Oh my god, who were these guys?
Months later of the Buster-Call incident. It's the Giants? Yosh, pull it up. Why are the Giants here? Wait a minute. Oh, is this fucking head? Is it his fucking head? That was his head? Alright, he's very big-brained. That's very literal. Okay. The Giants collecting the books from the lake. And, oh, it's a double page. I'll zoom in. Been a while, Vegapunk. I can recognize you by looking at that stand-out hair of yours. Why are you here? Oh, it's Dragon. Your head became larger than before, huh? Yeah, I was at the library.
Wait, does he say that?
No, he doesn't say that, but that's what I'm thinking.
He was working out at the library.
Just working out at the library. So Dragon was also Clover's acquaintance. They came from Elbaf. They knew the value of those books. This is Dragon talking. Their captain is a strange guy with bandages covering his body. He said, I won't let the assets that Ohhhhhhr left become erased from history. You guys from the world government didn't realize its value, so I'm glad they didn't destroy it. Wait, I'm not a world government. Ah, fuck you, I'm tired of hearing it. You even became the government's lapdog, idiot. Even though the Liberation has invited you and you rejected it. Don't be ridiculous even with my wisdom and technology. What can your poor army make? He's a real science boy. He's getting all that, going where the money is for his experiments.
Look how smart he is. Look how smart he is.
I mean, yeah. Is this really the reveal of Vegapunk? He's got a huge tongue that's right by his balls, and it's just out.
His balls. I mean, I guess that's true.
Why is his tongue out? I just realized that. It's just talking like this.
I think he is based on that famous picture of Einstein sticking his tongue out.
Oh my god!
I think that's the idea.
Oh, it's so funny. World government is a massive organization, especially the Navy. Lots of people who can understand me. I will make an army that can fight it. Oh, this is before the Revolutionary Army?
I think so, because Dragon didn't have his tattoos and stuff.
And it's also before Luffy is born, because Robin's older than him.
Yeah, that's true.
I will change the world, Vegapunk. I won't let Clover's death and the will of Ohhhhhr go in vain. That year, Dragon, along with Emporio Ivankov and Bartholomew Kuma, established the Revolutionary Army.
What can three weirdos do?
I mean, three weirdos. That's us, -1, Ben.
Yeah, hey, yeah.
And look what we've done.
We are pretty much like a revolutionary army.
Yeah. Luffy's father's very passionate. They went to Elbaf. They're all pogging at all this info.
Yeah, as was I. I'm right there with them.
The books of Ohhhhhr didn't fall into the government's hands because I was very interested in them. I secretly went to Elbaf. They let me read all of the documents. In other words, the guy in bandages is Saul because he was burned horribly or frozen. I forget. Yes.
Yeah.
In other words, I read all about Ohhhhhr and the secrets of the world. It's all inside my head for progressing my research. Right. Saul is in hiding. No one will disclose his whereabouts. Oh, Robin's so happy.
Are you joking? Like, are you kidding me? Saul is alive? What the fuck?
I forget what happened. I know that he was there.
Aokiji froze him.
He froze him?
Yeah, he died. We thought he died smiling, right? Like the D, because everyone says, like the thing about having the D is that everyone with the D in their name dies smiling, and Saul was frozen with the smile. He was laughing, she, but he's alive.
Do you know why they say they die smiling? Because they have the D? I'm going to post in chat. All right, so this is why.
Post. Is it because they got the
It's
D?
:D. It's capital D. That's why. They always die smiling because of that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's canon. Oda would probably agree.
Oda's Japanese. He doesn't know what the letter D looks like.
He writes it. He
No, he
draws the letter
doesn't.
D.
No, he doesn't.
The wanted poster was him drawing English letters.
He writes it in hiragana, and then the translators translate the D.
I'll translate your D.
I promise you won't. You fucking wouldn't dare.
So Robin's crying, Soul is alive, Soul is okay, is in hiding.
Okay, Saul's alive. Okay, what the fuck? Second of all, the Giants of Elbaf saved the books of Ohhhhhh. Okay, sure. Fine. All right, yeah. Let's just throw that out there,
I wonder why Soul
guess.
was near Ohhhhhh in the first place. Maybe it wasn't an accident that he appeared there.
Well, like, you think he's from Elbaf and, like, it's near
No,
Elbaf?
no. I mean, like, him going, like, knowing about the importance of Ohhhhhh and being there.
Well, didn't he get sent there by the
He was
Marines?
in the Marines, yeah. So I guess...
I thought he just went because it was, like, official business. And, like, the government, like, had their eye on Ohhhhhh.
I forget exactly, but I think he sort of crashed or something and he landed on the beach and he was like, oh, what's going on? And then Nico Robin was there. And he's like, oh, I got to build a ship to get out of here. Like, and Robin would hang out with him. That would be their thing. But who knows? Who knows what his true intentions were? If he was, like, secretly a part of a pirate crew or like a giant sailing crew that knew and cared about these books. Maybe he got tipped off that they were the Marines were about to invade, and he went over there to facilitate. Something.
I think that's definitely what was happening because, like, you know, he was like, right? He wasn't gonna let. He saved Robin from. I mean, I guess he might have just been doing it because he didn't want Robin to die, but I also thought, like, he probably also was like, no, I can't let the will of Ohhhhhh die either. Yeah.
Aokiji definitely as well, because I know Aokiji could have killed Robin.
Yeah, Aokiji could have killed him. So Aokiji definitely was like, well, I'll just... Okay, so Aokiji froze him and then, like, got him
Somebody got him just like when he got
I
Luffy.
guess.
All he needed is a really hot shower.
Yeah. Right. You know what? It makes sense. You know what? Knowing what we know about Aokiji, it actually makes perfect
Please
sense.
don't let Ohhhh's battle go in vain. I am an ally for every scholar. Ah, my shoes are moving by themselves.
Shit.
What are they
so
doing?
fucking cool.
I still can't release you. Follow me. Oh, he was. They got the magnet boots. They got the magnet boots from Ratchet and Clank.
Right.
And we're in the ancient ruin part with the other guys. Oh, it's Vegapunk's in there.
Wait, which Vegapunk?
He's like half coming out of the ancient robot.
Wait,
please help me! Damn it! It still failed. Someone please help me! While I was warping, the space got distorted. It's like, you're Dragon's son, right? I knew you would come here. Welcome. Also, Bonnie, you grew up. Gramps, are you floating? Wait, Vegapunk. Wait, what was Bonnie's relationship? It was to Kuma, right?
Yeah, she's Kuma's... We recently learned she's Kuma's daughter.
We don't know how old she actually is, because she's got the age fruit.
Oh, that's true.
She could just be
that's true.
preferring this age.
I mean, Kuma's middle-aged, so she's probably like 20.
Accurate. But there's still the potential. There's theories you could say. Like, what if she's 100?
I mean, Kuma's a robot, so he could be really old, I guess. He can't be that old, because the pacifistas aren't that old.
No. He's showing them boot stuff. Okay, so Luffy and Dr. Vegapunk, who I assume is the real one because of the flashback we just had, because he looks like him. And that's the end of the chapter. And then there's another chapter that I haven't read, but I assume there's not like another world-shattering revelation in that one, right? The most recent one?
It's not... Yeah, you should maybe read
let's keep going. Let's keep going with the Gib reads One Piece. on a podcast where you can't see any of the visuals.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
What happened to your head? This is Vegapunk's.
Just cut out the dead
Yeah.
air, Eleazar.
What happened to your head? Wasn't it larger like a light bulb? Oh yes, his head became large like a light bulb, and now it's cut small and it's got an apple on it. Like Isaac Newton. He's
Like as one does.
cut his head off.
Just cut it.
I do like that Vegapunk is the most fucked up character I've seen in a while.
He's really fucked.
My body size grew large just like the giants. The truth is I am a brainiac man who ate the Nomi Nomi fruit. With it I can remember every tiny detail of knowledge. The brain is getting bigger and bigger with the data capacity. After all, I was born as a genius with unlimited data bank in my brain. It has grown into the world's
what the fuck
largest
does that
brain and
mean?
continues to grow.
He says he was born as a genius with unlimited data capacity. So what does he need the fucking fruit for?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Is he actually
I
a
don't get
fruit?
it.
Has he actually got a fruit?
It sounds like he definitely ate the fruit. He's definitely saying he ate a fruit. That means that his brain gets bigger and bigger as he learns more stuff. I don't understand what him being born a genius has to do with it.
Maybe
but-
he means like born again a
well.
genius after he ate the fruit.
I mean, either way, the takeaway is he's a brain man who knows everything
Yeah.
or remembers everything,
The more...
and his brain is giant.
I think this is one of those things...
His brain is so giant he had to cut it out and put it somewhere for safety.
Yeah, that part, I mean, if you're a... That I can buy as like a devil fruit power. Being able to...
Absolutely.
Maybe, I don't know.
Honestly, cool fruit. Cool
It is a
fruit.
cool
I like
fruit.
it.
It's one of those things, though. Like, you hear about
It's-
these amazing characters, and I don't know. It's sort of weird that there's no one that seems to be just exceptional in their field without a fruit, except for like swordsmen, like Zoro and Mihawk.
That's
Seem
not
to be
true.
like some of the only guys.
What about Dragon? No, wait. Does
I
Dragon
think he
have a
does.
fruit?
I think he has a wind fruit, or like a storm fruit.
Isn't that just speculation?
It may be speculation actually, but I can't remember. Like, it wasn't it like at Logetown, like Smoker was gonna.
Yeah, like lightning struck when Luffy was about to be
Yeah.
executed, and it
But-
seemed like Dragon
But
did
before that,
something.
there was like a very strong implication that Smoker could tell Dragon was around, and then we maybe even see Dragon. We just don't know whether Dragon is doing the storm.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah. The one exception is like Gold
Roger's
Roger,
just the guy, which is yeah.
Kaido says, like, a strong fruit isn't enough. Roger didn't even have a fruit, but he conquered the
That
Grand Line.
I'm glad that is.
But other than him, he seems to be the
Yeah.
exception, though.
Zoro doesn't need a fruit. Zoro's going to be the strongest non-fruit user
Yeah.
by the end.
Swordsman. Well, I mean, I guess Sanji doesn't have a fruit.
He kind of
I mean, yeah.
doesn't really have a fruit.
all the straw hats. All the straw hats don't have a fruit except for some of them.
It's just sort of like Frankie doesn't have a fruit, but he's also like a genius and stuff.
He's a robot. I mean, he's a robot.
But he made
man.
himself. Like,
Yeah.
he's so smart and good with engineering and robotics that he was able to do that. And all of
Hell
Vegapunk's
yeah.
blueprints allowed him to make himself more cyborgian with the time skip. And it's like, okay, Frankie's really smart, so Vegapunk must be even smarter, which is true. But it's partially because he has a fruit that helps him. And sort of makes Frankie, like, more exceptional.
Yeah.
If he's able to, like, ever match him. Which I guess is a good thing.
It sounds to me like Vegapunk is a genius anyway, but like the Nomi Nomi just lets him remember everything. It gives him like perfect memory. Like Vegapunk probably would still be some sort of genius.
Yeah. I
even without the fruit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I think
assuming.
I'm definitely, like, I know that there's like a sense that it completely removes like a character's like accomplishments if they got a fruit, but it's obvious that you need to work
Right.
hard as well. It doesn't mean you just...
Right.
Like, obviously Luffy has a rubber fruit. He wouldn't have got very far if he didn't try hard, though. Like, he's still...
Well, he doesn't actually have a rubber fruit.
Oh, you know what I mean. Like a...
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Sure, yeah, as Kaido said, a strong fruit is not enough.
Especially
But,
since, because of the Katakuri fight, is like, Mochi is better than rubber, even though it's not rubber now, so it's a little... it's not that
Right.
sort of changes retroactively.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little
But
bit.
I did like that fight at the time, showing that, like...
Wait a minute, if it's not rubber, then why could he punch Enel?
Because it is rubber, but it's also something else.
But it's also freedom.
Yeah. Freedom is
Freedom from electricity.
freedom is when you have an elastic band, and no matter how you change it, it goes back to how it was.
Freedom is when you don't conduct an electric current, in my opinion. So there.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an ass pull with the whole Joy Boy thing.
It's a little bit.
I don't mind it just because visually it means that when Luffy's going at his strongest, he's not more serious, he's more silly. And he goes full Popeye, like, cartoon Tom and Jerry sort of fighting, which is, like, the perfect, like, ultimate form that he could have.
Yeah. Yeah, I've decided I don't really... Doesn't really bother me. Doesn't really take that much away from his character. I mean, he already had... Like, yeah, he had kind of a stupid fruit that he was doing cool stuff with, but it turns out, no, he's actually got a really good fruit. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah. Are you done with that chapter?
No, I was just talking, and I was hovering
fine.
over the page. So, old man, you cut your head. That means you became an idiot, says Luffy.
Yeah.
It's what I would assume.
Lol. True.
Oh, there's a hanger for his brain in Punk Records. Is that how big it is? I mean, I guess Egghead is like...
I think that's what Punk Record is. It's just a giant... contains a brain.
So his brain makes it grow whenever he learns something new?
That's fucking vile.
You know, if he lives too long, his brain will take over the entire world.
It's just gonna keep growing. No, it's okay. I assume it grows linearly. So eventually,
Well, how much knowledge could there be in the universe? It's probably big enough to make a mass larger than the Earth.
What I'm saying is it grows linearly, but it volume is calculated quadratically. So there, like, it's not the increase in volume will eventually become relatively insignificant in comparison to the current volume.
Okay,
so I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
So he's got the 6 robot Vegapunk, not surrogates, but like versions of himself that like Naruto style.
You know what? It's great that he made one of them just evil. It's great that he was like, let me just find like 6 versions of myself that like embody my traits, and like definitely got to have one that's evil.
Which one's the evil one?
Like, that's really the girl.
The girl? There's 2 of them.
Yeah, the pretty one.
They're both. I mean, do you mean the one with the
first one they met? The first one they met.
Is she evil? I thought she was just sort of like security.
No,
fighting.
No, it listed it. I swear it listed like what traits they embody, and like the one that's just Daft Punk is logic, and I forget the other ones, but yeah, that one is like evil. It's just a trait. And it's like good job. Thanks for making one that's evil.
That feels like it's got to be a translation thing. Maybe it could mean something else.
You think so?
I mean, I don't know. The version
that's what my translation said.
The translation I'm reading did not translate the little icon, so I don't know how to read the. I'm not Japanese. I'm not smart.
Well, let me look it up on the wiki.
But anyway, the one thing I wanted to say is that I was so caught off guard by the one girl who eats food for everyone and takes shits, and that's her job. That's
good for her. Good for her.
I mean, yeah, hell yeah. But like, it's such it's such a weird, like, I don't know. It feels like fetish stuff. It feels like a weird sex thing a little bit. But it's also like a silly cartoon thing, so it's not, and it's probably my brain that's fucked up.
It's it feels a little like that because like she's wearing like a thong and like while she does it, and she's a sexy lady.
Yeah. And she gets all big,
Okay,
and then
no-
she gets all small. I guess Jewelry Bunny already does that, so whatever.
Okay,
Oda
I'm
likes
looking at the
things.
wiki. According to the wiki, okay, yeah, this is not. All right, I thought Shaka was logic, but the wiki says that Shaka is good. Shaka is good, and Lilith is evil. Edison is thinking. Pythagoras is wisdom. Atlas is violence, and York is greed.
Greed.
So okay,
They're an expert in their certain field, the greed field.
yeah, and York is the one who eats and shits and sleeps.
Well, if it's logic, maybe the other one is chaos instead of evil?
The wiki says they're good and evil.
Huh. Like an expert in being evil, or I don't know, whatever.
They just embody the trait of evilness.
So every person in his 6-person Vegapunk thing can add their memories to the punk records. If every person has access to my brain, it's as if all mankind has acquired my knowledge. Also, if mankind reciprocally can update the punk records, it is possible to create a sea knowledge for far beyond my brain. This brain will someday... He's talking about turning the world into a hive mind. Everyone will be this... They'd know everything.
Hell yeah.
So much knowledge.
It's like cell phones. We've all got access to the internet.
Yeah, we don't read it.
Oh.
Have you read every Wikipedia article?
I'm working on it.
I'm getting through it.
I'm getting there.
Going alphabetically.
Give me a little bit.
It means every researcher in the world can learn from it. Our Chopper likes that. Learning about medicine. Jinbei's like, are you gonna police my thoughts? Are you gonna be the woke police? Are you gonna tell me off?
Yeah. You're not gonna cancel my hot takes if you can see into my non-politically correct thoughts, are you, Vegapunk? You fucking Democrat. He's just like Dr. Fauci. He's gonna cancel me for not wearing a mask.
No! Obviously Bunny is pissed because Vegapunk made her dad into a robot.
Yeah. I really want to know what's going on with that.
Bunny, please think again. If you kill him, you'll end up making more enemies than you can imagine. Just turn off the switch. That beam function is to attract a large number of insects, so it's not a lightsaber. Oh, you fools. You got all the...
Tisk tisk. Poor
yes.
Bonnie.
You know, there's one thing that I have enjoyed more and more, because it's happened more and more, is female One Piece characters getting fucked up. Because there's a few characters over the course of the series that have just been like too pretty to be really beaten. And more and more often, Nami and sometimes Robin, they get a little fucked up, and Bunny is also getting fucked up, and it's nice. It lets them play on the same comedy playing field.
You heard it
as all the
here,
guys.
folks. Gib is pro-violence against women.
It's true, because it allows them to be parts of funny jokes, whereas otherwise it would be just the guys being like beaten up.
See, Gib, this is why you're one of the good ones, and I'll tolerate you. Excellent. No, I hear you, though. No, I hear you. No, they should be subject to punishment.
Comedy pratfalls are not just a boys' club thing. Girls need to fall, get anvils dropped on them.
Gaslight, gatekeep, and girl injuries.
That was terrible.
I know.
Her reason to kill me makes sense. I'm saved because the weapon she picked is a failed product. By the way, you guys recently went to Wano, right? There was a rumor. Is it true that there's another dragon besides Kaido? Ah, Momo! Yes, it's devil fruit I left in Punk Hazard. It seems he ate it. It's a failed product? It's an artificial devil fruit that I created. It was created with a large number of research funds over 20 years from Kaido's lineage factor. But his growth won't be the same as the original fruit. Ah, that's why he can be turned into a dragon like Kaido? Wait, what does that mean? His growth won't be the same, but he can be turned into a dragon? But it was a success. He spit fire and he was powerful. What's the color? It's pink. Oh, it's a great failure. Oh, that's why. Lol.
No!
It turned into a perfect dragon replica of the dragon fruit, but
pink.
It's pink.
Garbage!
God damn it. A genius and a perfectionist. I love this guy.
Yeah. I'm vibing with Egghead arc.
Yeah. That's the legend. It's the giant robot here, the legendary metal giant that attacked Marijois 200 years ago. You know, I keep losing track of, like, certain amount of years ago this happened. 2 years ago was the time skip. 20 years ago was when most of the characters in the Straw Hat crew were born. So many years and years. And
wait,
time,
what are they talking about?
Like, and then the Void Century is like a certain... Is it 200 years ago?
Void Century is 800 years ago.
Okay. There's so many, like, numbers of years ago that certain things happened. I need a timeline. I need a map I can look at.
Maybe it's just because the Ohhhhhhh, like, Void Century stuff was some of, like, the most interesting lore to me. But I remember that, like, Void Century was 800 years ago. So when they say something happened, like, 800 or 900 years ago, I'm like, that's something to do with the Void Century.
But this machine was probably created far more than 900 years ago. Eh? I still don't know the reason for its creation. I heard that there was no damage due to a lack of energy. The researchers at the time were surprised with unknown science it has. No one knows where it came from or what it was trying to do. It's the Iron Giant. It came from space. The world government ordered its complete destruction, but because of their curiosity, the researchers didn't do that. It exists here because the information of it has been passed down from generation to generation. The government didn't know about its existence. Huh? Oh, the researchers just hid it and the knowledge has been passed down. 200 years ago, that is the exact year when discrimination against fishermen started.
What?
That's what they say.
There was never any before that?
Yeah.
Even when they're that ugly?
I guess...
Give me a break.
Maybe it's... they discovered them 200 years ago and they thought, oh, cool, more slaves.
Yeah, it could be. They could...
Because they'd be
Fishman
like
Island,
under...
maybe.
Yeah, Fishman Island.
That would actually make sense.
God, there's so many things. I'm trying to read, like, quickly, but I don't want to, like, misunderstand something.
Yeah, fair. I mean, no rush. I'm taking this time to prepare a tweet about, like, 5 minutes till the video goes live.
Oh shit.
You know, I don't actually need to be there for, like, the whole... I just want to be, like, there, like, when it starts.
Yeah.
But I don't have to, like, pay attention to the whole thing.
Oh, so wait, there's... The two groups are both looking at this robot. Frankie and Robin and Sanji and all that, they're with number one, and they're watching Vegapunk talk to Luffy in front of the robot. We created Vegaforce, based on everything we learned from it. But there are things I can't replicate with my science. I can't believe it was a machine soldier made 900 years ago. A machine that even you can't replicate? The problem is power. In the past, there was a power that was enough to change the common sense of the world today. It was called coal. We used to burn coal. We need to go get some coal from the mines.
Why do we ever stop burning coal anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure, the oceans rose and now we live on, like, an ocean planet, but, like, it's fine.
It's just like Wind Waker. With the Industrial Revolution.
It's just like the real world in, like, 50 years.
For now, I'm happy Luffy and the others are safe. But who's that girl? Jewelry Bonnie. Yeah, they should know her. Can you do something for me? Can you take me out of Egghead? What? Vegapunk wants Luffy to take him out of Egghead? Because he's a...
Wait, he does? Did I miss something?
Yeah, Straw Hat Luffy. It is fated that you have come here. Can you do something for me? Can you take me out of Egghead? I guess because he's world government aligned, he's monitored. So he needs somebody to kidnap him if he wants to leave, maybe. This is Cypher Paul. We wish to harbor. Here he is. Cypher Paul. Fucking Lucci.
They're back, baby. It's like they never left. Ooh, Kaku! We're gonna get more Kaku!
Kaku! I want a rematch. I want a rematch with everyone. But all the other guys are gone. I like the Chapapa guy. Whatever happened to him? Is he dead? Do you remember Chapapa?
Chapapa? Wait, who's that?
It's the big spherical guy with a zip mouth
The big...
from CP9 in his lobby.
Is he the Door fruit guy?
No,
that's Bluno.
Bluno. Chapapa, I can't remember his name, but Chapapa is the thing he says all the time.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember someone like that.
We've got information that Jewelry Bonnie is heading to Egghead. She's an eyesore who repeatedly escaped. But we no longer have any use for her, right? Next time we meet, I'll definitely kill her. What use did she have before? It's the government ship. It'd be bad if they knew we harbored pirates in here. Also, there's CP0 and Lucci. Just let them enter. Rob Lucci is an assassin, right? Oh, is that... She's like, this is the Vegapunk 2... She's evil, so she wishes, like, for everyone to be killed. So she's like, oh, happy that an assassin is gonna come and kill all the Straw Hats. Oh, let him in.
Wait, who's letting them in? Why? What? Where am I?
At Vegapunk 2, the hot lady...
Evil
lady. I mean, she is
Lilith.
Also hot. Lilith? Yes.
She is hot.
Said let them enter. Rob Lucci is an assassin. She looks really happy about an assassin
I think that when you make an avatar of yourself that embodies your evil, you should not let it call the shots. You should not listen when it says to let someone in.
But then the other version, number 1, it says prepare to intercept them, decline their request to the harbor. So it's like both yes and no.
In my opinion, the good one is probably the one to listen to. It's just if I had to pick.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know who's right. You know, who could say who's right in this situation? Oh my god.
I like that Nami. I mean, in this translation, Nami's like, "Oh no, I hate Rob Lucci. Isn't he retired?" Oh god, not that guy again. It's not even like terrified. It's just sort of like, fuck, not him. He nearly killed all of us. Oh, it's Kamabaka Kingdom. Oh, they've got Kuma. They've got Kuma, and they're trying to like un-roboticize him, but he's been like compelled to move because of something. Kuma, no.
Is it love? Is it love for his daughter?
Oh.
Is it love for his sexy ass daughter? I mean, not wrong. I'm not wrong though.
No, you're not. I was thinking of it as like a beacon, like blipped. An Egghead is like, oh, you must come back. You are programmed to come back. And then maybe that's what you're supposed to think is happening. But no, it's actually because he wants to save his sexy ass daughter.
Maybe the insect beacon was actually a dad come home. Yes.
And he's like part insect. That makes sense. Let's go with that. You know, Kuma still has his like devil fruit power in this form. Like he's not a pacifista. He's not like a made from the ground up robot. He is still him that has been turned mostly cyborg to the point where he doesn't really have a self. But he still has his devil fruit power. He can like use his paw fruit to like blast himself towards Egghead, couldn't he?
Can he do that? He should be able to do that. He can launch other people. I don't see why he can't launch himself.
I feel like that's the way he appeared on Thriller Bark when he was introduced. Like he's just sort of there suddenly because sense. He's able to do that.
Guy can just could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not. If he can launch anyone anywhere with his like precision paw fruit. That's a good ass fruit.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm sorry, but that's a good ass fruit.
It's such an odd like I'm assuming there's some sort of pun involved with like a bear paw and like whatever the effect is, like pushing people. But I'd like that it's like it's a shockwave, but in the shape of like a paw, with the like little beans included. Okay, and that's the end of the chapter.
Little beans. Well, I feel like we've discussed the chapter pretty thoroughly as you've been going through it. Wait, the Discord link is dead.
Discord?
Oh, in my video.
Uh-oh. Yeah, this is cool. I'm really liking this.
Yeah, this is cool.
I've sort of lost track of what the cover arc is about. Is Caesar Clown and Judge?
Oh, me too. He's hooking up with Caesar. It's Caesar hooking up with not CP9.
The Germa,
the Sanji twins.
The Germa and Judge, or Judge, whatever you say it. They're facing off in the top of this chapter, but yeah, I want to go back and reread because I think it's like how they escaped from Big Mom. Using Caesar Clown's help, and because Caesar Clown and Judge are both like super scientists, they're probably going to end up teaming up. And now that Judge is like aligned with Sanji, at least they're not like on bad terms anymore, at least not in the same way. They'd probably be like Straw Hat aligned, so Caesar's still going to be an ally despite his best efforts to the contrary, which is funny. Caesar is such a like wannabe the bad guy, but he turns out to be the friend, the unwitting ally of the Straw Hats every time. After he got punched by Luffy. Love that guy.
Caesar. Do I like? I guess I don't really have much of an opinion about Caesar. He's fine. He's kind of funny.
He's like a Buggy light. He's like Buggy the Clown light. Because Buggy. The role that Buggy filled early on was filled by Caesar Clown in like the Whole Cake Island arc, I think.
It's very funny that Buggy is offering bounties on Marines now.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
The whole thing with like
what a power move.
Yeah, I love the whole thing with Buggy's like falling higher and higher up the chain.
Yeah, he's just failing upward.
His whole career. The whole thing with like him at like the war at Marineford, and all of the people who believed Buggy was the one who orchestrated the escape from Impel Down, and they love him. So he's got all these Impel Down breakouts, and then a bunch of other people who saw him being so cool in Marineford, and they just used that to like bolster his crew to ridiculous heights, and then the Shichibukai like position allowed him to be like messed with by the Marines, so he's just sort of like he's able to grow in size and relevance.
His face is just appearing in all the right places. He's getting that reach. He's getting that exposure.
I hope
everyone just associates his face with like big important deeds that were done, but like he's totally useless.
Yep. I really would like. This is something I've always felt for a while.
Crocodile and Mihawk are just like, just let him take the blame for whatever. Yeah, he can be the boss. Like, yeah, guy. Whatever.
Yeah, they're just like,
yeah, he can be the fall guy.
And so
take the heat,
but they're with him.
We can skedaddle if we need to.
And those two are so strong, and they're with him. So he's like he's safe, even though Shichibukai is like no longer. It's been dissolved. So like now he's a pirate. And because of his relation to Luffy and Shanks, I'm definitely expecting somewhere later when a huge event is happening, is the Shanks and Luffy fighting over the One Piece, and Blackbeard's there, and then Buggy's also there. And so he's like seen by all who can see what's happening as like one of the equals in this battle, and he's like, "Oh my fucking god, I shouldn't be here. I'm gonna die. I'm going to die right now."
He's toast. Oh yeah,
but he's gonna survive, and then people are gonna believe that Buggy is the king of the pirates. I think that's gonna be the end. I think everyone who's there actually knows, but then Buggy gets the like a lot of the credit. Or something really funny like that. I really hope that happens. That's like the ultimate conclusion to that, is that Buggy accidentally becomes the king of the pirates in the hearts and minds of the world. Everybody believes Buggy did it. And Luffy doesn't care because he's just totally free. He doesn't want the title. He just wants the total freedom.
That's true. We can all unite behind the banner of Buggy.
Yes.
You know, right or left, you know, whatever your personal politics. We all love Buggy, so we can all come together.
He's so fucking cool.
Dude, I'm loving Egghead. I'm really liking Egghead so far.
Yeah, it's
super good.
going at
Vegapunk is awesome.
going at a pretty fast clip. 1.0, I think just because there was so much they needed to set up before they could start, like, collapsing things down into a fight. It just took such a long time for all these characters to get introduced and the lore of the Wano people, and it took a long time. I did enjoy it, but like, there's not a much. The only thing we know about Vegapunk is that he's a scientist, and so you can just also do whatever you want. You just have big revelations immediately, and then CP0 is already here. It's great.
Yeah, things are moving pretty fast. I mean, I guess he's got to establish a lot of stuff before we get into, you know, whatever conflict ends up defining this current arc. So, you know, we're learning a lot.
I wonder if we're gonna spend a lot of time here.
Elbaf. We're talking about Elbaf and Ohhhhhhh. Yes. I'm just so glad we're talking about them again.
Yes, I'm trying to think of like what can be done in this area. Like, they see all this cool stuff. I don't feel like, because they're not they're not antagonistic towards the Vegapunk people. They're just sort of learning stuff. This is like a little library session. They're learning some stuff, and then CP0 is going to be like there fucking around. But I feel like there's too many Straw Hats for CP0 to really do a lot of damage to them. Like, this isn't like a warlord or something. It's just a small group of strong guys that they could have fights. I feel like this is more gonna turn into like we gotta escape and we got Vegapunk. Vegapunk is gonna tell us to go to Elbaf because we need to do something. We're like, oh shit, let's go, and then they all go. I don't know if how long an Egghead like arc would be, because like, what are they gonna do here?
I mean, they'll probably fight Cypher Pole. Probably fight the Vegapunk clones, or some of them.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they've already done that. They did the bit with Jinbei clone, and they're like, wow, what the fuck? But they're the
Jinbei Pacifista is, hey, what's up with... is Kuma a, Lumerian? Bonnie says that, like, her dad always says that he was part of, like, a very special race. Did you catch that?
I did catch that. I don't remember.
And also, I think you see one of the, I'm not sure if it's a Kuma Pacifista or if it's Kuma himself. It's impossible to tell, but you could see one of them, and he had black wings. In one of these panels in like a recent chapter. I swear to God, I'm not making this up.
Huh.
And also he was black. And also Jinbei was black. And I don't know, are all Luminarians black? I'm not sure about that. But no, I swear there was a Kuma with black wings, and Bonnie says that Kuma is a Lumerian.
Let me go back 2 chapters to see, because I remember that.
Wait, this is fucked up. Fucking Lilith says that, like, if only there were an eternal flame, like an eternal power source. They're talking about they need a power source to power this stuff. Bonnie says we need more power. If only there were such a thing as an eternal flame. My mind immediately goes to the Lumerians' backfire. Like, that's what they're, right? That's the setup here, right?
Yeah,
I'm picking up detail. They're making Lumerians. They're trying to duplicate the Lumerian backflame.
Yeah, we learned about that through King and
Kuma's involved somehow.
Through like Big Mom wants one of every race at her tea party because she's like insane, and one of the Lumerians is the race she doesn't have. And King in Kaido's crew was a Lumerian. He's got the wings. So we learned about what the Lumerians are. So yeah, where's the Kuma you're talking about? Because I saw the Jinbei.
There was just like one panel it was maybe a couple chapters ago. It was recent, but I don't know if it was like one of these last 2 chapters. But yeah, there was you know what? I mean, maybe I'll try to find it as well.
Yeah, I think it's maybe 4 chapters ago. Because yeah, this is not where Bunny says he's my dad. 10-6.
Yeah,
D4?
It would have been in my video is live, by the way. It's going. but I'm
shit.
just gonna let it go. I don't have to be that attentive to it. It's gonna be going for a long time. And I'm not that nervous because I've watched through it enough times that I'm pretty confident there are no big fuck ups or anything like that. So it's okay.
Okay, I think I see the panel you were talking about. I don't think he has black wings. He looks like he has black fire behind him.
Show me.
It's when after Bonnie turned everyone young and Jinbei's young here.
It would have been around that time because I remember it was not very far from when we see pacifista Jinbei.
Guess it's the chapter.
How they turn
before this
Jinbei
one.
black? How they turn Jinbei? Fishmen are already black. What the fuck? I'm scrolling. Oh, did you post it?
I put in, yeah.
Oh, let me see.
He doesn't have black wings, but there is fire
No,
there.
this is not the panel I was talking about. I think it was.
There's the one
near
panel
here.
with Law as a female because of the funny fucking doc.
I think it's after this, or maybe it's before this. No, this was not the panel. It was like a full page panel. All right, I'm scrolling through the next chapter. It might have even been before this. Okay. The next one has Jinbei with the wings. I mean, pacifista Jinbei. Why does he have the wings? What the fuck is that?
He's like a Lumerian crossbreed or something.
They're. I think my guess is they're cloning. They're like adding Lumerian DNA to their pacifistas in order to create like Lumerian clones that they'll use to power stuff, right?
Yes.
That's what's going on here.
Yes, if there's an eternal flame. I can't remember what was said about
Lilith
the
mentioned an
Lumerians.
eternal.
They do have fire on their back.
They have fire on their back, and they can turn it on or off at will. And when it's on, they're like invincible, or when it's off, they're invincible, or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like it was a defense thing. Like he has to turn his flames off to do an attack, and that's when Zoro realized he could attack him.
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't remember exactly how it works. Okay, I'm looking at chapter 1062. It's loading.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Did you find it?
Yeah,
Did you find it?
Yeah, it's the CP0.
I knew it. What chapter? Is it 62?
It is 62. Scroll down a bit.
I'm scrolling. Yes, look at that. Look at that shit. What's going? What the heck is this? It's got to be another. Wait, no.
So in short, our assignment is to return this problem child back to Egghead. So this is a problem child, meaning that it was it's a failed experiment, or like a world government issued it, and it didn't work. Something went wrong, and so they're bringing it back to Egghead.
Okay, I can't tell. I think it's relevant. It looks to me like this Kuma is meant to have like dark skin. Like his skin looks darker than the shadow of the background.
Possibly.
I'm taking this to means that that's what all the Lumerians look like.
Yeah.
And then, okay, Bonnie saying that like her dad always said he was part of a very special race. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, the bear guys.
No, wait, no. It's just that's just his fruit. That's just his fruit. It sounded like she was talking that like Kuma told her that he's a Lumerian, but there's no fucking way that that's true.
We never saw him with a fire on his back.
He doesn't have wings. He had light skin, which I think is relevant. So, I mean, I don't think so.
I mean, I think if Kuma was a Lumerian, that's like it's a significant, like, rare thing. So he would be like if the reason he's like given himself up to Vegapunk is like a good bargaining chip,
Yeah, it would be like
that
they're
would
going to
be-
use him to duplicate the
duplicate the
Lumerian
genes of,
DNA and create that fire.
yeah,
The
and it's
eternal
like
flame.
yeah, so like for some reason to protect someone, maybe to help Dragon, to help his daughter, he did that.
Maybe he
as
just
a
believes in
sacrificial
science.
thing.
Maybe he just believes in science that hard. It's like,
But
yes,
that's-
my eternal flame is. He does have a flame. He does, in that panel, he does have a flame behind him in that panel you posted. And I don't know, it's hard to say if that means anything or not.
Well, that's just Jinbei's imagination of Kuma, but it could
I
mean
know,
that
but the
Jinbei's
fact that
heard.
but
It
the
could
fact
mean
that
that
it's
Jinbei's
here-
heard of a rumor of Kuma having like black flame around him.
That's really funny. It says image. It says image in front of the. I guess that means it's his mental image.
Is his mental image of Kuma
Yeah.
like? From what I've heard, Kuma's a real piece of shit.
I don't know,
Your
the-
dad
the-
sucks.
The fact that here at this point in the story, in the same with 2 chapters before, there's this pacifista Kuma with the wings, and there's Kuma depicted with fire behind him. But then Jinbei clone also has the wings, so maybe this is just unrelated.
Could be.
But
it would
boy, we just don't know yet. We just
something-
don't know.
It would do something to add to like the reason Kuma is the one that was turned into a robot, as opposed to anyone else. If he's like a special race, Lumerian boy. Like, why him? Well, he had special stuff. They tore off his wings and they doused his flame. So that's why you didn't see it before.
Wait, I gotta be mean to my chat. It's not
Wait,
true.
he was already a robot when we meet him in Thriller Bark. He already had robotic parts. Zoro couldn't cut him properly.
But he was like partially robot, but he had not like lost his mind yet.
Yeah, but he was partially robot. That means they could have like surgically removed his wings to study them. That's why he doesn't have wings when we see him. Like that could be an explanation as to why he doesn't have wings when we first meet him or anytime we see him.
I suppose.
If he's already gone under some like cyborgianness. And then they whitewashed him, so he doesn't look as dark skinned.
Yeah, they made him more marketable. Well, they were like, okay, we gotta make this guy, but we can't sell him in China if he looks like this. We gotta make him white. Do you know about the Showbiz Pizza gorilla?
What? No, I don't.
Well, do you know about Showbiz Pizza and the
the Big Bear.
Their drummer was a gorilla.
Oh no, I do.
Yeah,
know
and
that guy,
when they franchised the Showbiz Pizza animatronics to China, they made the gorilla white because I don't know, they liked it better.
The gorillas already.
They made him an albino.
Thing.
They made him an albino gorilla to make him.
China's fucked.
Yeah, I think it was China. There's like one version of that animatronic set that has a white gorilla. I think it's in China, and they just asked him, Can you make him not black, please? Sad. Cringe.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't get what's going on with Kuma here. But I mean, I guess we're gonna find out.
When I first read the if only there was an unlimited power source, we could do some crazy shit. I'm like, are the ancient weapons used? The ancient weapons use the power source, or do they create the power source? Maybe whatever destroyed that island that is in the world government is using a similar thing. Maybe they've got the power, and they destroyed the country that didn't want to be subjugated about it.
Do you think? So you think the power that it was Lilith that says no. It was Daft Punk that said there used to be a power, or someone said there used to be a power that we don't have anymore.
Yeah.
I forget who said it. Do you think they're using that? I mean,
it seems like an unbelievably strong laser beam from space. What the hell else could it be?
I would have thought that that was something that Pluton could do.
Yeah. If the ancient weapons exist, but they're not currently operational, or
Pluton is supposedly still buried in old Wano, right?
Yeah, but then this other thing, maybe that's just one of the ancient weapons that is around and in use.
There are other ancient weapons. I mean, God, if If that's just what other ancient... I mean, Pluton is supposed to be the best one, so...
Do we know where the others are? Could that be Uranus or something?
Was it,
I forget the names of them.
Well, I think... Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't in Water 7, Frankie wanted they burned the blueprints to Neptune, right?
I thought it was Pluton, but maybe it's Neptune.
I think it was a different one. I
wonder
don't know.
if Frankie still remembers that. I'm pretty sure he does, because that would be an obvious thing.
Still remembers that?
Like, he read it once, and then he destroyed it, but, like, he could build it, because he had, like, a photograph eyeball. He took pictures of it.
Oh, well, sure. Why would he have... Oh, yeah. Of course. He must remember. Wouldn't it be silly if he's like, oh, yeah, I just forgot about that off screen. I just kind of, like, stopped worrying about it. It just didn't seem that important.
I needed to clear my hard drive and I accidentally deleted it.
Yeah, sorry.
I need to make space for like the new fucking update to my favorite MMO I'm playing in my head.
I needed to record a new lecture, and it's a lot of high definition footage, and I needed a new hard drive, so it's just whatever. It's fine. Nobody's gonna use it anyway. Now I'm trying to think. Is there anything else wacky going on?
I need to pee. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay. I'm back. You back?
No, I'm not here.
Oh, okay.
Haha, tricked you. I'm indeed here.
What were we talking about?
One Piece things. What else has been happening that's crazy?
This is the most interesting One Piece has been in a while, I think.
I'm still trying to like, do you know at the end of Wano when the old Shogun shows up? He was the Tengu guy the whole time.
Yeah, the grandpa.
And he goes downstairs and he shows Nico Robin and Trafalgar Law
shows them the road poneglyph, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they learn some stuff.
And that's the third one, and they need one more.
Wait, no.
I think.
Do they actually show the poneglyph, or does it say it's down here?
I don't know if they show
sunken world, because I know they said that Jack was used to swim down and see it or get it or something.
I feel like something in my... I think I remember seeing... Like, they don't really draw attention to it, but I think while Robin is talking to that old Tengu Man, just like in Mega Man 8, I think they talk about... I think you can see, like, a poneglyph etchings in, like, the background. So I think they do find... I don't know if it's the road poneglyph. But they... I think they got the etchings. I don't know if we actually saw the cube.
Yeah, I don't remember. I feel like that should have been a big deal, because like Wano is the place where the poneglyphs would come from, and the guy who knows the most about it is
that's right.
Nico Robin
that's right. They came from Wano. I forgot. Maybe that's why there was etching in the background, because like
that's the language they used, or
I forgot.
language.
Is it that like only Wano had like the knowledge of like steel craft to like make? Was it all poneglyphs, or was it just the road poneglyphs?
It was all of them. They all came from Wano.
Yeah, because they're all like invincible, right? They're all like you can't break
like
them.
the special metallurgy or whatever.
They
called it.
Forgot about that.
Because they make swords. They fold swords. They can fold cubes.
Natural. I mean, in One Piece, sword metal is like the most powerful substance known to man. So yeah, it's the same as like when the plane crashes and they find the black box and they're like, well, why don't they just make the plane out of what the black box is made out of? It's like, oh, a sword can cut through an entire mountain. Well, why don't we just make the most important artifacts in the world out of the same metal that we made the swords out of? Well, they did. That was the genius of Wano. Amazing. They thought, Oda, you thought of everything. Oh man.
Yeah. I feel like my understanding of a lot of One Piece is like bigger, like things like the Rocks pirates I'm not entirely sure what the hell that is like building to.
Well, the
or if
Rocks Pirates was the crew that was like...
It was the crew that Big Mom and Kaido and what's his face? Like that guy. There was a guy that Garp and Roger or Whitebeard were fighting. I don't know. I need to reread and get like reacquainted with all of these things, or maybe just look at the wiki, because
well, they were like,
you read One Piece and there's so many fucking like plot threads going on.
Rocks was
it's hard to keep track.
He was like a big captain, like before Roger, right? Or like before Whitebeard.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think he might have been enemies with Roger and or Whitebeard. It's
unclear. I feel like they definitely fought in like a specific island, and it's very like secretive what happened there. We don't really know. And then they left, and then Roger eventually became the king of the pirates, and the other guys, the Rocks Pirates, disbanded, and Whitebeard and Kaido and Big Mom, they all went their separate ways. I think Whitebeard was also on that crew.
Whitebeard? Yeah. Whitebeard was on... Yes. A bunch of important people used to be on the Rocks Pirates crew.
And Garp knows what happened. Because he was there. He's like the hero from that battle. That's how he got his fame or something.
I'm typing. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I guess that's in we've said our stuff about One Piece.
So, I guess there was a lot to say because I just caught up. And then also there was a huge lore dump just last week.
Yeah.
So, I will, I'm going to keep reading. I'll stay caught up. We can,
Nice. We could talk about the next chapter on the next episode of the Pro Crastinators podcast.
We will. We'll make a little section out of it. Eleazar, sorry for so much dead air. That's going to need some chopping up. Chop. Get to it.
Next time I will have read it before we record.
Yeah, I checked just last night and I was like, oh shit, a new chapter like literally just dropped like the night before.
Well,
okay.
What else is on the agenda?
Well, that was the last thing on my list of topics. Let's see, where did I put that stupid list? Yeah, One Piece, Clash of Demonhead, Train Sounds, Chili, and Kickassia was my list, so that's everything.
Yeah. I guess it's sort of a silly thing to say.
What's up?
But I've not been very productive recently, but it's been for a good reason. It's because I am too happy all the time. I think I have opposite depression. I think I have when depression.
You mean
looms
mania?
Over you,
Is mania the word you're looking for?
It's like when you get depression, you're like, oh, I can't do anything. And everything is so difficult. And I have that. But it's not because I feel sad, it's because I'm too distracted with how happy I am. I'm smiling all the time, and I'm enjoying things. And I'm like, oh shit, I should have worked today, but I was too happy.
Damn,
so
hate that.
Hate that when that happens. That's my week. I've been doing a little bit of things here and there.
I suppose
there
are worse problems to have.
Yeah. So, I'm alright. I'm vibing.
Vibing. Okay.
I do want to get chapter 4 of Clarissa Gunsmoke done before Christmas.
Didn't you say on like Twitter that you were going to be posting it? You're going to post the new chapter pretty soon, right?
Yeah, relatively soon. I haven't started like inking and stuff, but I have all of the blocking for the next 20 pages could turn into a chapter. Think of like a logical point to end it, and then be like, okay, I'll draw these, and then I'll draw them, I'll release them. Shouldn't take too long. That's my main goal for the moment.
It's a good goal. I've been.
I also want to look into Amazon for printing. I keep saying I want to do that.
Print on demand.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I mean, a Kickstarter is a whole big, like, I'm adding a whole lot of, like, bureaucracy and management and organizing to myself, which is a pain.
It is.
So I'm like,
it definitely
if I can get good enough quality on print on demand, I'll do it through Amazon.
You know what? It's totally valid. I get it. That is perfectly reasonable. Yeah. It's
going to be online anyway, so it's just if people want a physical copy.
Yeah. Because I mean, then it's just kind of like you just kind of you set up the file, and you just let Amazon handle, because then they handle the printing, they handle the delivery and the shipping and all that. Don't have to worry about it.
I just get currency. You can get it on your fucking Kindle, probably.
Probably. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure you can. It's just you need the right kind of Kindle that has a screen. You can't get just one of those Kindles that are like low battery usage that only show text. You need to be like an iPad with a Kindle app or something.
Yeah. Interesting. I never even thought of like putting any of my stuff on like Amazon books or whatever. But yeah, I guess then it's available. People can buy it, download it digitally. And like, yeah, sure, it is up on your website, but like I could see someone wanting to, pay like a couple bucks just to get a file to read on their reader. That makes...
I could do like a fucking audiobook where I read all of the characters, all of the dialogue. And then in this panel, she has her gun up and she shoots and goes, pow! Then the next panel, guy gets shot in the head. Oh, blood everywhere. And he says, ouch! That'll be the audiobook.
And that's the audio movie. The audiobook version, yes. I think that's a great idea. That's like a whole new medium. It's genre bending.
Describing a comic.
Yeah, and then in this panel, she looks...
And this panel is very small, and it's sort of showing that this character is insignificant compared to this big panel, this bigger character.
And then this next panel, yeah, she's grabbing the gun, and I kind of fucked up drawing the hand. The hand is kind of fucked up, but like it still looks good. Okay, next panel.
It still looks good. Don't worry
about it. But you have to mention it.
I have to mention it for the blind, They should be able to enjoy Clarissa Gunsmoke just as much as me.
Closed captioning. I think it's strange. I don't really get the logic of like, how you can add like closed captioning to like Twitter image posts.
Closed captioning.
Yeah, like, or alt text. Like, you can post an image on Twitter, and there's the little alt button on the image, and you can click it, and it brings up like a text description of the image.
Yeah, what's that for?
Is the idea that like someone scrolling Twitter might use like text to speech to like have it like read it out so they can hear the description of the image?
Yeah, text to speech would be the way, because that's how you would navigate the internet normally as a blind person.
I mean, I guess I just assumed that like blind people just like wouldn't use Twitter but maybe they do, and they just like use it in like a text to speech.
I feel like you could get a lot out of Twitter because it's mostly text. And you could just like scroll and it says things. Maybe they just play when they're on screen. Just the text to speech just plays. Like if you're scrolling really fast, just loads of voices keep shouting at you.
A robot voice just as you're scrolling, it just keeps starting the next tweet.
Yeah.
Oh my god! It's got a donation. It's got a donation in chat.
Oh my god. I forgot that that's an aspect of premieres, that they act like a stream so people can donate. You can't donate to a video unless you have like a channel membership thingy.
I checked and my super chats were enabled, so I've got a couple of donos so far, which is nice. It makes me happy. I like the money. I like to get the money.
You laugh, but it's so true.
I laugh because it's so true. Yeah. Right. Publishing. Quickly, I'll note that I have been. Yeah. the thing that I've been doing to get Slime and Punishment done is I've been going through all the tweets. I've been going through all the like Twitter exchanges that me and Chris had at the time, and I'm just kind of arranging them into a little like narrative. So like sort of interspersed in the like page notes and indexes and footnotes on every page, it notes like when Chris said something or this, and like my goal with that is to sort of, because some of the pages were sort of responses to things she said. So my goal there is like, if you want, you can read through that and you can be like, oh, Chris said this, or like Chris had this reaction to this page. And some of them are funny and some of them are informative, and they're like, oh, that's why that next page looked like that or whatever. So I'm just kind of trying to like get all that before into a readable, into a format that's readable on the page. And I guess I better do that before Twitter dies, because then all that will be lost like tears in the rain, and that's no good.
Oh yeah.
I see Merriweather showed up for the premiere. That's very kind. That's very cool. I see Simsy's been in the.
I should probably go over there.
I mean, yeah, sure. I've seen Simsy in the chat. I've seen Oblivion Fall in the chat. Merriweather's in there. Who knows? You know, who anyone could show up. Maybe even my hero, Quentin Reviews. If only.
I posted in chat.
Hypocrite Pog.
I'm not going to listen to the video while we're doing. I muted you, but I'm going to watch the whole thing from the beginning.
You missed.
When I can.
You missed my shout out. I shouted your website out. That was like at the very beginning.
Thank you.
You see, I'm wearing the pin. You see, I'm wearing the Lord of Ghosts pin.
Yes.
Oh, no. I'm wrong. Okay. Someone in chat mentioned that there's a song about not being able to beat Airman, and I remembered that was true. And for a second, in my fever brain, I think I might have worked for the guy that wrote that song. But no, I'm wrong.
Huh.
That song's Japanese. I did work for a guy one time who was the member of a nerd folk band that wrote songs about things like that, but they did not write that song. So I was confused. We can go to
kind of like.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of blown away just briefly talking about your lecture. How fucking huge this whiteboard is.
It's the whole. Yeah, it's the whole wall. It's the whole wall behind me.
Oh, it's a wall. Okay.
Well, it's
not a whiteboard.
I bought like a giant roll of paper, so I pretty much just put
one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I pretty much just like papered the whole wall behind me. Yeah, I bought a whiteboard, but it like wasn't big enough, and it was like a whiteboard that's big enough for what I want to do would be like $200. So just buy a big roll.
This makes a lot more sense.
You know what? I have the roll. You know, like with all that stuff on it, I rolled it back up and I saved it. I was thought, wouldn't it be funny if I like auctioned it on eBay or something? Like
the Mega Man lecture big old thing.
Yeah. Like I wonder if anyone would buy it for a joke or something.
Or buy it for real.
Both. Buy it for real, for a joke, and to give me money. To give me the money.
Yeah, let's go to questions.
Yeah, let's go to voicemails.
Did I say questions? Oh my god.
Oh wait, I'm checking. Someone in chat just said I'm watching this video in 360p, and I panicked. But no, I'm checking. Wait a minute. I don't see 1440p. I see 1080p. 1080p works. I'm like, that's good. Maybe it's because it's a live premiere. Maybe that's why you can't watch it in 14. I swear, I did see the 1440 was working before I set it to premiere when it was just unlisted. So I hope it didn't lose the 1440, because I worked really hard. It took a lot of extra data space to get that extra resolution. Oh well. Hope it didn't fuck up. Let's see. Speakpipe.com/PCP voicemail. Okay, it looks like the last one is called No. 3, 2, 1, go.
I missed the shackle for heckles. Am I out of any memes? As if you were interesting at all.
Hey.
Am I out of any memes?
Yes. It's like, did I miss any memes? You're not interesting.
You missed me completing Marin Pan's, I would say legendary Rowdy Roughhouse getting over it with Bennett Foddy challenge.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I just gotta say, I mean, I've never known anyone. I don't know anyone that can do the things that Marin does in Minecraft. As far as I'm concerned, Marin is like a Minecraft wizard. It's remarkable. It's remarkable the things that he's made in that PCP
I've not yet
server.
been on a Minecraft server with as much love and dedication poured into all of the buildings and architecture and stuff.
No, I sent him a message afterwards being like, sorry it took me like literally a whole year or more to finish that stuff that you made, but like highly impressive work. Yeah, if you didn't catch the stream, basically, I'm going to try to summarize. So, in the PCP Minecraft server, there is a map of New Los Angeles City, which is, of course, the setting of Endless War. Much of it is empty. It's not all full of stuff, but what's there's a lot of stuff in downtown and in Cop Kill Town and in the Rowdy Roughhouse and in some of the areas in between. And in the Rowdy Roughhouse, there is a quest you can find. Someone will give you a book that gives you a list of marbles that you need to collect. And these rowdy marbles are based on a webcomic that a RFCK player named Forks made a long time ago for a contest. And this comic was about going around the Rowdy Roughhouse and finding all the rowdies, and you would have to basically best them in challenges to obtain marbles. So in the Rowdy Roughhouse in the Minecraft server, you go around and find all these famous rowdies, and you beat them in Pixelmon Pokemon battles, and if you win, or sometimes you have to solve a little puzzle or something, and if you beat the challenge, they give you a marble, and you have to collect them all, and if you get them all, you can go inside the Rowdy Roughhouse, and inside the Rowdy Roughhouse, you have to do an incredibly difficult platforming challenge a la Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, where you have to jump around on all this stuff to climb the tower. And then once you beat that challenge, then you find the rowdy fucker himself, Munchie, deep in the depths of the Roughhouse, on top of, and this is an incredibly deep cut that I could not believe. Gib, you remember what I'm talking about? You pointed out that the arena is based on that comic, that drawing that you did in 10 Paces and Draw of the rock concert being held on the giant amp suspended by chains.
Yes.
Can you...
It's amazing.
It is amazing. I when you pointed it out, I was like, I can't believe it. That's the deepest cut I've ever seen. Ever. Yeah. Just fantastic. I don't know. Anyway, that's what you missed, because you missed the stream. But we'll stream again soon. But yeah. I mean, that one's up if you want to. That one's up on the live tab of this channel if you just want to go check it out and see me like struggling to not fall off of pipes. I'm hearing something. I hear a weird sound. I think it's coming from outside. I don't think it's coming from my computer. Okay, the next one is called, well, it's a Tumblr post.
It's a Tumblr post.
Carnival Phantasm. What is this? Please come to Brazil?
It's a video.
Okay. Okay, it's zero. The entire furry fandom, no, this isn't happening. Dr. Guilty says Zoom meeting, and it's just zero yelling, what am I fighting for? Ah! It's a good meme. You know, I say this in the lecture. Everyone makes...
This is so annoying.
Yeah. Everyone makes fun of X4 for having these terrible anime cutscenes with the horrible voice acting. And it's true, they do. But in my opinion, oh my god, Sparkman helps with mining at night. In my opinion, the story, the actual story of X4 is actually pretty good. It's just really badly told by these awful cutscenes and like the awful in-game dialogue, like the terrible localization. What they were going for is pretty cool. What they actually did with it is a disaster.
It's pretty fool.
Yeah, thank you. Said it better than I could. Next one is called So Fucked Up, Man, featuring inconsistent parentheses. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm a couple episodes behind on the podcast, watching fucking Clown Milk and George the Cat featuring Cheesy Manfredo, but the in the title, the featuring abbreviation is outside of the parentheses that includes Cheesy Manfredo. It's just Cheesy Manfredo alone is parenthesized. That's not the case in the next episode where the FT is inside the parentheses next to Neverpaint.
Oh my god!
So like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I
think somebody's gonna have to be killed.
Eleazar, I'm gonna pin this on you. I'm sure this is your fault somehow. What can I say? You got me. What can I say? You freaking got me, dude. All right. Next one is an Imgur link. No appleboom. You're not cutie fluid. You're just growing up. Have you been hanging out in Discord's chat room again? Oh, lol.
Oh no,
Lol.
Applejack, you're behind the times, Applejack.
Don't you know? I'm sorry. Basic biology. You get one cutie mark, and that's it. All right. I'm sorry.
That sucks, though. I think there should be trans cutie marks.
Sucks. You know, you got to deal with it. You got to suck it up.
That has always been like a thing with the cutie marks. Like some people, it is just exactly what they want, and for other people, it feels like a prescription that they're not happy with. It sucks for some. Maybe they would like a cutie mark change. Maybe they could get surgery. Maybe they go. Oh god! Maybe they go on cutie mark hormones.
No, because they tried. Well, they tried to magically change. No, Twilight tried to magically give them a cutie mark and it faded away. I imagine that if she tried to like magically change someone's cutie mark, it would just fade back to... The SJW libs try to change the cutie mark, but basic biology just makes it come back.
No.
Makes it come back. I'm sorry.
I can't believe My Little Pony is right wing.
Sorry. Just facts don't care about your feelings. Lol. Okay, next one is an Imgur. Wait, I already posted the Imgur link. Next one is called After I Saw Gibbs Goth Girl Twitter pics, parentheses, is Gibbs single at callme.com. 3, 2, 1, go. Ew. We gotta listen to the whole thing, though. What if there's a twist? God. Well,
I'm flattered, I guess.
Thanks.
Thank
you. Okay, cool. Next one is an Imgur link. Oh, husband, you are post too much racial slur and get fired from job. Now we are home. I don't
Thumbs
get it.
up.
This
is Michelle. This is Michelle at the top.
Okay.
They're both homeless because
so Nate posted too much
slur.
racial slur and we are homeless, but he's like, yeah.
He's like, hell yeah.
Ask for broader shoulders.
Oh dear.
Next one is called Daniel Mullins also made the Hex.
0 seconds.
That's got to be the Pony Island guy, right? And the inscription guy.
I don't know the Hex. I think I may have seen the logo.
Did Phil Fish work on the Hex?
I don't know. I don't follow him.
No, Phil Fish worked on a game called Hexels. Okay, I was close. But I am vaguely familiar with the Hex. I've seen it. I don't really know what its deal is. 172 people watching my premiere. I feel like that's good. I feel like that's a good number.
171. Oh, it's going down.
No,
it's going down.
It was 169 before. Oh, there it is again. Nice. It's going down, baby. Next one is called, did either you use the painting in Inscription? The painting?
I guess not. I don't know what that is. I think there's a painting in the room, right? Like, it just looks sort of like a thing. You can't click on it.
Is there? Wait.
Maybe. I know there's that picture frame that shows like a setup of cards every time you die, and there's like a different set of cards on the thing. I don't know what that is referring to.
Yes.
Is that like the like you get a special prize if you manage to make that board or something?
I did manage to do it once or twice, and what is it? I forget what you get for. I did do it. Oh, whenever you receive a set of cards, oh, you get the 4-leaf clover. Oh, weird. Okay, I only did it once. Yes, you unlock the 4-leaf clover for the first one. Oh, I didn't know you could do it multiple times. The second was the candlestick. Wait. Oh, this puzzle gives you your third candlestick. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. And squirrels to bees. Damn. Holy shit. Squirrels to bees is good. I wonder if you get squirrels to bees, does your squirrel, like, totem still work on them, though?
I guess it depends on in what order all of these things happen.
Well, if you unlock
if you play it and then it gets a squirrel like buff because it's a squirrel, and then it turns into a bee afterwards.
I think it would mean that like just the deck just has bees in it, which makes me think that like you wouldn't get the squirrel buff if that's how it works. I don't know. I did get the clover. I didn't know you could do it. I didn't know there was a point to doing it multiple times. It's a hassle, honestly. Like. It's a hassle just to check it. Like, the annoying part is just remembering to check it every time you start the game. And then you just look at, and if it's easy cards like Squirrel and Kingfisher, then you're just like, oh yeah, I can do that. And if it's hard cards like, frickin' Longhorn and a Beehive, then like, fuck that. Just not gonna do it. Yeah, but I did do it one time. Next one is Ben's Weekly Reminder, play Deltarune Chapter 2. Okay. And then, Ben's weekly reminder not to catch up on One Piece, but to keep up to date with One Piece. I am on it, friend.
Yes.
I am on the case. Next one is called A Little Song for Ben. 3, 2, 1, go.
Insane, you can lick my taints up. I know I got on the carpet, punch my foot right on the crumb dumb balls to the beat, too little freak. Bounce on that dick while Nate has to watch. He's straight as a board and will never throw out loves. Tits on a run it more than you love class. I'm in out, but I'll never touch me, cause I have standards. That face looks mad fucked up and those tits flap in the way it makes positively rented. Also is as fat and ugly as her garden husband. That's what Ben saying is my only love. Well, actually, give is better, but I'm mad because she didn't post it like she promised. Toast to in my little comments. I'm so bold. When I'm done with Ben, his ass will never be whole again. Yeah.
I understood some of that.
I understood bits of it. I think it's like an AI voice of somebody singing.
Definitely.
I would have posted tits because like there were other people who were doing that, and I was like, I could do that.
Oh, because Twitter was dying?
Because Twitter was dying, it would all be dead. But like, I didn't think it was actually going to die, so I was a little scared. I was a little nervous.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't die, so I guess, lol. True.
If it is like guaranteed, like countdown, this is it, then I'll do it. But it probably won't happen.
That's your promise? If it's guaranteed countdown shutting down?
Yeah. If it's like, we're turning off the servers, everybody.
Well, okay. Well,
unless they lie, and then I'll look.
What if Elon Musk is listening right now, and he's gonna lie to make that happen?
Dang.
To personally screw with you.
He just wants to see my tits.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't. But he could. He would do. Who knows what he's capable of? Next one is called
not much.
Yeah. Next one is called What Happened. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, now I'm sure some of my voicemails were deleted, censored. I don't know what happened, but I had recommended Blasphemous, the game, and Ring of Pain, even though Inscription is just the same but better.
It's not. Blasphemous is like a Metroidvania, I think. Right? That's the one with the guy in like the big metal cone hat.
I don't know. I think I've seen a cone hat somewhere.
It's like a pixel side-scrolling Castlevania, and there's like it's like a sort of like a Spanish like Inquisition sort of aesthetic to it. It's like a guy in like a torture helmet. It's like a big metal cone, I think.
Oh, wait, I think I've seen a bit of that.
And
That's
then
cool.
what was the other one he said? Blasphemous and Ring of Pain. I've never heard of Ring of Pain.
Yeah, we've... if you did send a thing, we didn't see it, because
Oh.
we look at everything.
Gib, I know that you know what I'm talking about. Did you played a game called Datascape, didn't you?
Yes.
Did
sent
a
me-
guy...
A guy on Twitter sent me a code for it. They said they made the game, they wanted me to try it, so I did. And it was a little confusing, and I was very bad at it, but I tried it. It was like a hacking game where you go around a little 3D realm, and then you go to little nodes, and you hack the nodes by typing in a little console. And it's really cool.
I saw that you had played it on my Steam page. It said that you had. So I assumed you got the same message that I did. It was, I gave Datascape a try, and it was, I thought visually it was very strong. I liked how it looked a lot. The puzzle hacking, did you unlock any like new commands?
I didn't get that far into it. I was gonna go back to it. I just said like, I'll play this for like 10 minutes.
I played it for maybe like 45 minutes or half an hour or something, and I hacked a couple of the blocks, the ice blocks, and I got into a couple of little programs, and it seemed like each time you do that, you get a little bit of like story progression. You unlock a little piece of like, I think there's like you have to unlock like all of a poem, and I think that's part of the story. And I got one that unlocked a new like command, and I assume that like the way you unlock more and more advanced puzzles is you unlock more and more useful commands for making your hacking stronger, which was
I think what I did was I did the tutorial, and then I couldn't complete it because it was a little hard to like type quickly enough. But then I finally did the tutorial, and then I was in the main game, and then I walked over to this like record player because that was like odd. I went into the record player, and then it was just a big 3D model of like a vinyl record player.
Wait, that was in the demo, right?
Was it the demo?
Or,
I could just,
I remember the record. Yeah, the record player was the same. Was also the first one that I hacked.
But I went over there.
There was a
tutorial.
There was a tutorial.
This was not in the tutorial. This
okay.
is, like beyond. This is in the main game or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But like, I went in there and I just flew around in this like 3D zone, like this void, this black void with a record player and a bright light.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know how to get out. And so eventually I turned the game off because I was stuck in there.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, it was a little bit unclear. I got in there, I heard some like narration. I think eventually after the narration stopped, I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And I think you have to hit like the backspace key. Somewhere it tells you that the backspace key brings you out of a program. That could have been clearer. Or I think when like there's nothing left in the program, I really think the game should just deposit you out of the program or indicate that it's time to leave. But I did that with a couple of different programs, and usually they each have a little sort of like digital like art piece in them, kind of like a little 3D. One of them had a bunch of like neon eyes, and like you had to walk towards the eyes, and one of them had like a big glowing thing inside of like a cage, and there were some other ones. One of them had some text that you had to read and then unlock a piece of a poem, and you saved the poem. I quit because there was one, I was trying to hack a block, and I kept hearing like voice lines, and the voice lines were saying like, get out of there, you're under attack, or something like, oh, they're getting us, like you got to do something. And I was like, what are you talking about? And like I stopped hacking and I looked around and like nothing was going on. And I was like, I don't know what this is telling me to do. So I kept hacking and I kept hearing these lines saying like, you're under attack. And I was like, okay. And then I just lost. They were like, oh, they got us. And I was like, I lost the game. I was like, well, I don't know how I lost, but I guess I did. So I was a little... This bad conveyance. I don't know. I wasn't quite sure what was happening.
Yeah.
But there was some neat stuff in it though.
I do like the concept of hacking by like typing out your command in a little command box rather than clicking around. I mean, I know you can click around, but like the fact that it's like an odd control scheme.
It was a really
nice.
weird control scheme to get to grips with. There were like the U and O and J and L to like turn yourself 45 degrees.
Your camera.
Yeah, I think the game would have benefited from a more traditional WASD mouse look kind of setup, or even just WASD and arrow key. Yeah,
I kind of liked it though. I kind of liked it was weird.
I was intrigued enough that I gave it. I put a little bit of time into it, and I unlocked. I was starting to think that the puzzles were a little bit dumb, but then I unlocked a new command, and I was like, oh, I get it. I get there's a progression here. You unlock new commands, and it makes more and more difficult. Because I found one ice block that was like, you know how, you put the little pointy things on the outside, and then the one on the inside sort of like goes around to them and cancels them. Well, I found one that had like 20 arrows on the inside. So like when you used like a scatter or the one that puts all the different arrows on the swarm. When I used swarm, like tons of arrows on the inside appeared and canceled them all right away. And I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do about that? Well, and obviously the answer is, well, some commands that I can find later will probably make that manageable. So I thought that was interesting. Anyway, yeah, just a PCP fan sent us their game that they put on Steam, and it was called Datascape, and it was kind of neat, and I would recommend anyone check it out.
Check that out.
I'll put a link
in the
I'll put a link in the description to Datascape on Steam. It's cool. I'm looking at my chat. And they seem befuddled. Oh no, did I say something stupid? Oh my god, no. Please, no.
No.
Please, no, don't let me humiliate myself on the internet. Oh no, people are saying, huh. Wait, why? No, it's fine. I think I'm talking about like the database stuff and how it's like it like retroactively changes the canon. That's true. I stand by that. Okay, anyway, I'll stop paying attention to that. Next one is called Fun GBA Facts. 3, 2, 1, go.
Fun fact about GBA hardware is that it actually does not have its own dedicated sound chip. That's why GBA music and sounds just sound kind of bad a lot of time, because it just doesn't have the hardware to make good sound. One famous example is Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. The soundtrack sounds like shit, but that's because so much of the hardware was done to just process the graphics that they literally ran out of processing space to make any music. And they're like, oh shit, well, what the fuck do we do here? Oh wait, the Game Boy Advance is also a Game Boy emulator. So we'll just use the built-in Game Boy sound chip to make music.
Lol.
And that's kind of their workaround for how they got Harmony of Dissonance to work. And I think that's just really fucking cool.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's interesting.
They're using a previous console's audio for a GBA game.
That's interesting, and it kind of explains. Yeah, it's too bad, because like so much of the lasting appeal of Mega Man has come from its iconic soundtrack. Yeah, and like, yeah, the Zero games just not gonna say it doesn't have any great tracks, but I don't know if it has anything as memorable as like Wily Castle from Mega Man 2 or anything like that. But what are you gonna do? Next one is called The Secret to Success from Phantom Horn at sex.ewell. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ben, the video is probably going to be out by now, and I will have watched a bunch
it's
of
premiering right now.
the lecture. But just wanted to say, the reason your Sonichu video just keeps getting more and more and more views as opposed to everything else you've done is because of the thumbnail. It's because you're vaping in it. Vape more. Vape into your thumbnails. That's gonna make it work. It's you holding up
You know
your
what?
finger, being like, "Oh, hold on." Oh,
Yeah, well, right, the pipe. The pipe. I had the pipe back
That's what
then.
made the video take off.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You know, that's as good a theory as any that I've heard. So
I mean, yeah, it is a pretty good pose with the pipe.
it is a good pose.
Like, oh,
You know,
let me tell you all about Chris Chan.
that is pretty good. Yeah, I definitely was a mistake to quit vaping. Definitely need to pick that back up again as soon as
I need more
possible.
vices in my life.
I literally. Next one is called VVV. How did Vriska a fiction appear? Well, whatever. It's an Imgur link.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
to
this
the
is Vinny.
next
Oh, this is Vinny.
chapter. Yeah, Vinny. Since I've been this is the first thing I'm speaking. Since I've been walking and getting exercise, this will be easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Someone in my chat just posted Chris Chan did nothing wrong, and then they retracted their message.
Oh, you caught it?
Like what? Like I don't know. Are they trying to troll? I don't know. Whatever. I guess they're just having fun.
They just knows use the guy.
I mean, fair's fair. That's whatever. Next one is oh no, not the next one. All right.
This one.
No wait, it's you.
Since I've been walking and getting exercise, this will be easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yep, I'm feeling motivated as hell today. This is what I sound like. Go and make you some legit gummies.
Haha, can't wait.
True. Nobody can wait.
What the?
Oh no, not this again.
Is this Dragon Ball Z? What are these things?
No, it's Wesley Sonichu in that scene where he goes, because of the Stone Age. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't, but I can imagine.
Well, it's that one page where Wesley Sonichu rolls up into a ball and is like doing like a cannonball dive at Sonichu. And it's just drawn. So like Wesley is like huge. He's like the size of a house. And Sonichu is like tiny down at the bottom. And they're like, I think Chris Chan is like, Sonichu, run. And Sonichu is like, you don't have to tell me twice, but back in the Stone Age. And someone asked, like, what the fuck does that mean? And Chris said, like, yeah, you know, because cavemen were like really stupid. You would have to tell them something multiple times in order for them to understand you. That's the joke. This giant, like...
You don't have to tell me twice, but if we were in the Stone Age, you probably would have. Okay.
Wait, I'm going to find the picture because it's really funny. Sonichu back in the Stone Age. It's just, it's famous mostly for being just like a really baffling line that everyone was like, what the fuck does it mean? Yeah, here we go. Right there. It's loading. Oh no, every time I look at the chat and I see someone saying something like, Deku Slate just said, It's like, oh no, what are they bemused by?
What am I looking at right now? Sanchiron.
That just happened.
Yeah, Sanchiron. You don't have to tell me twice, but during the Stone Age, it really trails off. It feels like he didn't feel like continuing his own sentence.
During the Stone Age, what? What happened during the Stone Age? I don't know, inexplicable. Anyway.
So there's this text here. It's you speaking.
Gib.
Yeah?
This is Oblivion Falls doing, huh?
Huh. What is that? Oh my god, Oblivion Falls sent Vriska and his OC Thalia and Tronbon.
Oh my god, I love Tronbon! I'm glad Tronbon is here with her robotic codpiece.
Oh my god. This is great. I wonder what they're here for.
Nothing good. I can assure you of that.
Don't link the album as it might be flagged for not safe for work. Oh, is that true?
I
Is
don't-
that the case?
Oh, was it flagged as adult? I don't know. Wait, we gotta read.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hey, give and take. It was Huh? Step. Oh, yoink. Whoa, I was supposed to... and then I just kiss her.
God.
Just run up to her and kiss her.
And I say,
Smooch.
God, that's hot. And meanwhile, Thalia. Wait, no, Thalia, not Thalia is with a completely unhinged expression. Ha ha ha! Yeah, good. Moo more, Vriska. All according to plan. Yeah. Oh fuck! Horny on main.
Oh, it's Thalia's thought bubble. Oh fuck, Gib is horny on main.
Oh, Gib.
It's true.
Oh.
This is what I would do if Vriska appeared. I would just run up to her.
Does Vriska have like a star eye pupil? Am I seeing that? No, it's just like a white. No, she's got the red pupil. Look at the. No, I see. That's a good. It's a good pose actually in that last panel.
Yeah.
You know what? Looking good. Looking freaking good and freaking cool and good and cool.
God, that's hot.
God, that's hot. Okay, Vinny, a pleasure, a treat as always.
Yes.
Good
'Twas
stuff.
a pleasure.
Very funny.
Keep it up.
Next one is called Cheesy Leaves for One Episode. The podcast devolves to this. 3, 2, 1, go.
1488. We're far enough into the video that I can say the N word now.
Oh no, I can't believe...
I can't believe we said that. I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, I'm sorry for my racism, but am I really though? Who knows? Next one is called Redbubble Ghost. Right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, PCP. I was just on the Redbubble to buy some stickers for myself, and I noticed that
Yes!
the PCP still has a Redbubble page, and it has a bunch
It's
of
true.
merchandise on it. Drawn by Tom, I think, showing such iconic, recently
I think it was
appearing
Mage.
PCP characters as Mage, Jesse,
Mm-hmm.
or Nate Bestman. I was wondering if
Yeah.
you know about this page and if you know where the money goes nowadays, or if you just completely forgot about it. It's kind of funny. It's a nice relic, and I was wondering if just some former PCP member gets money for that or not, or if that still
I
goes to your
believe
thing.
it goes into the
Anyways,
the
bye.
same account, right?
Yeah, I have access to the account. Like, if anyone were to buy a sticker, yeah, it would go into... Well, I would get the notification, and then I would, add it to the pool of, PCP funds, and it would just get distributed. I'm late I'm like 2 months late on the PCP payouts.
Yeah, you got to get on
I'm
that.
just as bad as Nate. No, God.
Runs in the family.
I said I would never become the thing that I hate. I have account, and it would just well, I think I would have to go to the payouts page, and I would have to click payout funds, and then it would send it to me or something. If anyone were, the reason why we still have those stickers up is because no one's updated the Redbubble in 2 years. So, that's what's up with that. But buy a sticker, if you want. That's not, you can totally buy a sticker, and we will get the money for it. Actually, that's the real answer. And that's it. That was the last voicemail.
All right, nice.
I'm only my Mega Man lecture. We're an hour and a half into my Mega Man lecture. That's okay. That's good.
Can you see? Oh, you can if you hover over the thing. Yeah.
Well, I'm just looking at the time because I know it started at noon.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you can hover over the thing, and if you get to the beginning, it's that was 1 hour 19 minutes ago. Let's just watch Ben Saint's
let's
lecture.
let's
on
just
the PCP.
commentate it live. Oh no, people are pointing out facts. People are pointing out facts that I didn't know. Proto Man takes double damage. Oh, okay. I guess Proto Man takes double damage. Oh yeah. Well, you mean when you can? Ice Killer said that. It must mean when you can play him in like 8. Is it 8? Or is it 7? No, you get his shield in 7. Can't play him. No, that's probably true. There's parts. Honestly, this part here, this part's bullshit. All right, the part where I explain the old games, bullshit. The old games, not even worth thinking about. It's when I get to X4 and I go on an unhinged rant about how much I hate the military. Like that's when the good shit starts.
I can't skip forward. I have to wait.
That's when I'm gonna have hot takes that are gonna me and Reploid Revo are gonna have to have Mega Man YouTuber beef about whether we should support the troops. That's my fantasy for the best possible way that this video could impact my trajectory. Okay. Yes. All right. I gotta stop looking at that. But that is the last voicemail. We have finished our official business. I don't know. You got anything else you want to talk about? I'm spent.
I guess I'm still open for commissions. If you want to do any of those, I'm still doing the black and white commissions on my Twitter. I think it's still pinned at the top. $30, and then I think it's $10 for an additional character or something. I don't remember. But have a look at that. And there's also a discount. Nobody's done this discount yet. But if there's a discount that you get 8% off if it has Vriska in it. If your commission has Vriska in it, it's 8% off. Nobody cares because nobody wants Vriska, but I'm putting it in there.
Big brain. All right.
Yeah.
So so I'll get give me one with you said if it's $10 an extra character, give me one with 7 characters. So that adds up.
Oh my god!
So that adds up to $100. No, 8 characters. With 8 characters, that adds up to $100 because it's the one character for $30, and then 7 more for $10 each. And then, but one of them is Vriska, and then you get a whole $8 off. That's almost
so smart.
That's almost a free character. You can't afford. You can't
really
afford not to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've had maybe I'm just in a good mood because my video is finally out, but I've had a lot of fun recording today's episode. Feel like I'm feeling jovial. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, last week it was a combination of kind of not really feeling good and also nothing was happening. It's just sort of the same as the week before. This time there's a lot to talk about.
It was just another week of videos still not out. That's all I got to say. Sad. Go check out that video. Check out that me telling Asterios about the history of frickin' that guy with the glasses. If you want to hear some funny stuff, and also check out my Mega Man video, which is out now and already has 1 million billion views. Let me really quick. I want to check and see how many views does it have. Oh. Not even 1,000. Pathetic. A meager 873 viewers. And we're already over an hour into the premiere? My career's over. It's over for me. I'm toast. Anyway, next time on the... See you next week! No, it's fine.
Yes.
No, it's fine. Okay, I've got donos, though. This is the appropriate place to say thanks to everyone who's donating in my stream. Yeah. I think this is where I should thank those people, probably. All right.
Also, check out my Tumblr.
What's your Tumblr called?
Give and Take Art. Somebody had Give and Take.
Oh, really?
Somehow. I think even back in the day, I tried to make Give and Take, and that was taken and I made Gibbon Tumble, which has since been deleted. It was a bunch of
I
pony
remember
stuff on
Gibbon Tumble. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gibbon Take Art is what I'm going to be using.
Sweet.
I can't post... Oh, brief aside, not safe for work content. You know the policy with Tumblr?
It's just...
I checked.
Is it like not safe for work stuff? Is that the policy?
The policy is specifically that we're allowing you to have not safe for work content on the website, but you can't show sexual acts and you can't have an overt focus on genitalia. So a lady with large breasts in a bra, but not doing anything sexual is fine.
Isn't there a specific prohibition against like female presenting nipples?
That has been changed.
Oh, okay.
that was initially that was like the thing that was like female presenting nipples is not good because it's sexual, and that's no longer a problem. If you are just a person with breasts and you show a nipple, that's fine. But you can't do a quote-unquote sexual act where they don't really go into too much detail as to what that could mean. Obviously, intercourse is the obvious one, but like, where's the line drawn exactly? And then they say genitalia, which means...
What about shitting is not sexual unless you're me and you like that sort of thing.
Yeah, so
like,
yeah,
you're gonna
what
go
do
to
they
court.
mean?
Take this to the highest court in the land to defend the act of posting close-up pictures of buttholes shitting on my Tumblr on the ground that it is not sexual in any way.
Yeah, so, they said like, and a focus on genitalia, meaning it's nudity, but if you're looking directly at the vagina or the penis,
it's like, well,
even if they're not doing anything sexual, it's like, well, you're focusing on it. It's like so vague.
It's like
they could destroy you if you're doing really anything, and that sucks.
It does suck. It's cringe.
I hope Twitter stays up because I want to post my not safe for work stuff somewhere.
That's true.
That's true.
That's very, very true.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. That's the end of the episode. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week. Read One Piece, I guess. If you want to stay, if you don't want spoilers, better stay
be
current
a
on
One Piece head.
Yeah, you might as well. Here, the Pro Crastinators podcast, the only One Piece podcast on the internet.
It's true.
It's true. It's true. All right, bye.
Bye. What?